Hi, Internet. Welcome to episode 115 of my homebrew campaign of Evrand. Yeah. So we're going to pick up where we left off last time. Also, happy Candlekeep Mysteries Day. It is officially out in public for people to go pick up. And I'll be making a couple videos. Not two, there's not a lot. So I did a video today on all the new magic items, and there was 16 of them. And 2 of them are reskins of an existing item where they just changed out one of the liquids from 2 different alchemy jugs. So, and they actually went from 10 liquids to 9, which was an interesting choice, I felt like. And I'll be making another video about the new monsters, which, again, there's not many. And then that'll probably be it. But it's out there, 17 adventures, levels 1 to 16, so... you can go ahead and check that out. Also, Dark Alliance was announced, or the trailer was dropped today, and it's coming out on the 22nd of June. So if you wanted to play, I don't know what Vermintide is, but everybody keeps telling me about it in the comments. So if you want to play a third-person sort of action RPG that's co-op online, where you play as Drizzt, Brunner, Wolfgar, and Caddy Bree, that's an option for you now, coming out June 22nd.
There you go.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, we'll see. Some people seem to really like it. Other people seem very much against it. Shocker. Polarizing on the internet.
You can't be Regis?
As far as we know, no. But also, this seems...
I'm not playing.
Well, there's been comments about that. But from what I can tell... This is original Companions of the Hall mechanic-wise. Like, Caddy Bree's not a caster, so she's an archer.
Yeah.
So...
She's a bow.
So Regis doesn't fight.
Yeah, I just want to have the fucking jewel and just be like, this! Just the whole combat. Just like, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone.
Let me dodge, let me move.
Yeah.
That'll...
As exemplified by your portrayal as us.
Right?
Where you're like, oh!
Yeah, but the cool thing about Regis is he has a finesse mace, which I don't know why. I just think is such a cool idea. Just like basically a weighted stick that you move real quick. So that seems like more visceral than like Oz's Daggers in the Dark.
His first album.
Yeah.
Getting stabbed by the daggers in the dark.
Our Evrand 2 campaign traveling band party, that's their first album.
Daggers in the Dark.
Daggers in the Dark.
Okay.
Okay.
Inspired by us.
Inspired? Is that why we came here?
Well, hang on. Don't. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens in Flavortown first.
Let's also see what happens to Oz. He might die.
That's true.
Then he'll be
Or he might
remembered
leave
as a
again.
hero. Then he'll be remembered as a jerk.
He almost... Well, that was almost his whole memory.
Yeah.
That jerk who took our money and left.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's
so anyway, our party, after 5 years, finally made their way to the city of Flavortown.
Yeah.
Even longer in game.
Yeah.
That's true. They, like 60, 70 years.
Nope.
They traveled overland from Zookville to Flavortown, where as they got closer, it became more and more wasteland-esque. And as they got close, they encountered some strange World War Z, well, the party's been describing them as World War Z-style zombie creatures that were in thousands, droves of them, chasing the party into the city of Flavortown, where they sort of passed through some sort of shield magic bubble that stopped them from progressing. Now they're inside, and it smells amazing. The people are super happy, and everybody seems fine. They went to go visit
And nobody knows that there's a giant army of undead. Well, they refuse to accept the facts.
I feel like we're in a boss
tell.
I don't see. You're saying all of that.
That's what I feel from my perspective.
But in game,
currently.
there was one person was like, "Oh, there's all that other stuff outside," and they're like, "What?" And that was the end of the conversation. It was not followed up on.
I didn't want to be weird to the guard if he didn't know about it.
I'm just saying.
He must know about it. That's
my point being, it was brought up one time, and the question was like, what? And
there
then
are still some avenues to explore.
Yeah,
Dude, let's say that.
So there's options to be had there, I guess.
I just didn't want Castle Guard A to be the guy that I'm getting all my information from.
Fair. We gotta wait till the shift change.
Yeah.
Yes, B.
Yeah.
We are the B team. So.
We are the love vultures, and if you refer to us as
I'm
anything
sorry.
other,
I apologize.
I will not acknowledge it
I
henceforth.
apologize.
It's the Veil Guard, the Love Vultures, and the C Team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't come up with a name.
No, they knew they were.
To be
They
fair,
were-
they were, in theory, so far, the most efficient. They went, they did what they needed to do, and they did it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
There's no messing
And
about.
nobody died.
No muss,
Nobody
no
died.
fuss.
No major setbacks.
Yeah. They went in, they did what they needed to do, and they
Made
got
friends
it.
with a lich.
You guys got to meet Everyman Truth.
Yeah,
Yup.
that was
Everyman Truth was fun.
that was a highlight.
We got stuck in a door for an hour.
That was us.
That's true. That was that, yeah. So,
That's a lot.
so yes, the party has made their way. They went to go to the castle. They spoke to a town guard outside, or a palace guard rather, who said, you know, we'll get you, we'll get to you when we get to you. We'll send a courier to let you know. Tell us where you're going to stay. You're going to stay at the Marriott, and that's where they went. So the party was there. Has a nice continental breakfast available, and the party
No,
staying at the Marriott for the evening, waiting for
You know
a courier.
I know it smells good.
So there you go.
I don't like self-controlled Theron.
So you guys are at the Marriott,
It is
waiting
important.
for.
I take a bath.
Okay.
I could take a bath.
Wait. Sure.
He's not Rick.
Yeah.
That's why I said that.
Just
as well,
because I-
apparently.
Yeah.
Theron was always
He never
first
took
too.
baths.
No, Theron didn't never take
No,
baths.
he was-
When did we have the opportunity
Yeah,
to take a bath?
I think Theron took a bath when baths were being taken,
I guess
but
that's
he
true.
just like had a lot of food in his beard.
Yeah.
And a hair shirt filled with his sweat and dirt.
Well,
and food.
That was
doesn't
religious.
really-
Yeah.
that's a
mouse drops.
that is legitimate on purpose suffering. That's not because he
Still
especially
gross.
likes. Oh, he knows that's part of the on purpose
Yeah.
suffering.
So when you bathe with the hair, or if
I
you
take
still
the
have the
hair
hair
shirt
shirt?
off.
Oh, okay. I was like, do you still wear it in the water? Because like, whoop,
Definitely not.
whoop.
It would,
That
I
would-
think it would shrink on your person.
Any which way, he doesn't wear it into the water.
Okay, that's good.
A.
Does he wash it ever?
Occasionally, yeah.
Not this campaign.
No.
Not yet.
Prestidigitate.
There you
That's
go.
fair. So anyway, you guys are at the Marriott,
Yes.
waiting for a
Yes.
courier.
I don't want it to be such a big thing that he was taking a bath.
Well, apparently it
it
is.
is, yeah.
All right. I think Flint is just gonna chill. Maybe do some religious stuff. He's gonna go out back and hang out with Ferdinand for a bit while Theron's bathing. Yeah, he's gonna do some praying and some magic to celebrate Mistra. He's gonna break something and then mend it.
Mhm.
Because like magic, right, guys? Light
It
some
works.
incense.
Where are we at the
Do a
point,
Mistra dance.
at this point in the day? Is it like late in the day? Is it early in the day? Are we
It's
waiting to
like-
see the king or
We
something?
got into the town at noon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's got to be like 2, 3,
Yes,
4.
Yeah, it's like in the afternoon.
And we're just hanging out at the hotel today?
Waiting to see.
You
waiting
checked
to-
into the hotel.
Yeah.
That's important.
We need
Did
to keep,
you
we
want
check
to
into the hotel?
explore?
Yeah, we
Did you
just
want
need-
to go exploring?
we need to keep
Maybe.
one person here.
Either that or I was going to turn
to-
to something that has really good smell and just like sit at a window and just smell everything. And see if anything weird jumps out at
Oh,
me.
you should go be a dog.
And
Are
go
there
wander
any
through.
animals?
Okay, I
Yeah,
do
was
want
gonna
to
say,
point
can I
out
wander
that
around
the
as a
last
dog?
time.
I'm not going to be a wolf this time. Oh my god.
I'm just saying we got run out of a town when you were a canine.
That is actually a super good.
Okay, so what if I'm a cat?
Well, I was thinking dog because they smell better.
Yeah, but I can prowl as
You are right.
I feel
Bruce
like
offers to
Panther!
stay at the hotel.
Yes, but how would he get a hold of us?
How would any of you get a hold of you?
He would use ascending. Yeah.
Well, that's reasonable. So does that mean, are you staying at? Do you have sending prepared?
Wait, let me double
Are
check.
you sure?
Yeah, I keep it prepared because it's always
It's
there's always
useful.
it always might be useful. Let's say that.
That's
well, yeah, you guys want to go explore?
Um,
I'll stay here too, and you and Bruce can go explore together.
Alright.
You can be taking
If
your
not, I
cat
can go
out
by
for a
myself.
walk.
It's fine.
Whatever you guys want to do, but I think at least 2 people should stay here.
Alright, I'm gonna
I
be
don't
a street dog.
I don't want to fully split up.
I'm gonna be a cute little street dog. Because they can hear and smell.
Yo, Clyde, if you find an armory at any point and it smells like they have like some kind of fancy metals, like some adamantium or like a mysium or one of those two specific things, if you can smell either of those, let us know and maybe we could finagle a
His
set
armor
for-
smells like it.
Yeah.
We don't have any adamantine stuff.
No. But like, yeah, if you smell any of that, let us know when you get back. No need to rush.
Ooh. What kind of dog are you?
I love.
wanna
That's the
know.
one bark I know how to do.
I love your bark.
Good bark.
I love your bark. But Xander's upstairs.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, Xander. I
So
won't bark anymore.
let's.
Or I can do a little.
Yes. Anything that. Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
make Shayla noises.
Nope. That's the doodle.
So
I'm picturing like a Scottish Terrier.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a scruffy looking like little street dog. But like still cute. Medium
Bounces
size.
on all 4 feet when
Yeah.
it barks.
Just a happy dog. Just a happy dog.
Alright, cool.
Trotting along.
All right. So yeah, I guess you and Bruce go out to explore the city, and you guys just hang out.
I'm doing Maester stuff. We've been walking for 30 days, so
30, yeah.
Well, we were
36
flying
days.
for most of it.
yeah. But
That
like
one day.
chilling on the ground and just doing some Maester shit sounds fun.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to I will also pray.
I'm also going to look around for any plant life that I can become familiar with for when we have to teleport through plants at some point.
Yeah, like
Okay.
trees.
Inevitably.
Yeah. So as you make your way through the city, the two of you walking
Don't
around,
with it, I'm going to pee on it.
you don't really
This is my-
see.
my
There's
tree.
not much
Palm
in the
trees?
way of There's really not much in the way of trees.
Okay.
I mean, it is a pretty, and you remember too,
Cities.
like around the outside of this area was pretty barren, but here it is very much like a sort of almost like a desert oasis kind of a town where you have, again, obviously you're assaulted by smells, the likes of which you've never smelled before.
Oh.
All sorts of amazing.
Oh, before
food
we went to do
things,
this, I
yeah.
would have liked to take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay, sure.
Is that
Before
better?
you,
Become
before you
a happy
become
dog.
a dog, sure.
Yes.
Okay, so you do that, and then, yeah, you guys are walking around, and you can see there is, at least from what you can tell, no sign that there is anything funky going on in the town or outside the town. It is just like people going about their day. So I guess how I would describe it, the more I think about it, is so we described that the location was very much derived from and similar to Agrabah from Aladdin as far as structure, as far as the way the architecture and things like that, the street vendors and things like that. But if I had to pinpoint the way the
I
attitude,
have an idea.
like
Mhm.
Bellstown and Beauty and the Beast.
That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Hello, good day. How is your family?
Everybody's out and about.
Bonjour.
There's nobody singing in the streets,
but
but
everybody's cool. Like
everybody's
that.
very happy, and they seem to all. You wouldn't say everybody knows everybody because it's a big city. So like you
Yeah.
could wander for the next 4 or 5 hours and probably not see the whole city. It's big.
Yeah.
It's we're talking like populace in the range of like how
100,000?
I was gonna say like 250,000, maybe
Okay.
more
Wow.
in the city. So it's a big city.
Loki, wish I became a monkey now. That I remember that it looks like a lag.
That's fair. That's fair.
You got 2 wild shapes
You
per
could do
short
it.
rest.
That's
It's
true,
your
I could.
option, and they last. What do they last?
Now?
9 hours?
9,
8 hours?
so.
8,
And I
9
don't
hours?
overhear anything that seems funky or smell anything or see anything or.
No, I mean it just like people are going about their daily life, and it seems like
Can I try to check by like where like the border is?
Like,
where
go out
it's
to
closer
the-
to the zombie bits?
yeah, like you want to leave the city itself and go.
Yeah, but I still want to be safe.
Like in the bubble.
In the
I want to
bubble.
still be in the bubble.
You want to catch the edge of the bubble.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So you
Alright,
guys, it'll
so
take a
throw
little
it out
while
there.
to watch. Maybe if you remember,
See
it
if there's
took
any like guards that watch or
Mhm. when you.
anything that acknowledges what's happening.
Sure.
By
When
the
you,
people.
there was really, like we said, there was no like perimeter wall around the
Right.
city per se, like a big palisade of any kind. And there, there's people, there's a couple of gates leading out in the various different directions, and basically the 4 cardinal directions leading out of the city, and you guys can freely leave the city. No one tries to stop you, and you can continue out over the sort of the long path to, we'll say, you kind of have a general idea of where the bubble is, so you don't unknowingly wander into.
Is it magic?
The bubble?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have to check magic up.
Well, it's
right?
10 minutes, not.
Ah, well, can
it's
I
like
just
I think we said it was like.
Can I keep
not as an
ritualing
animal.
as I'm going? Nah.
Not as an animal. Not till level 18, 19, 20, something like that.
So close.
Way up there.
One of the next 3 levels, that'll be an option.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, you can, you guys make your way out of the city. We'll say you can generally just tell between you and Bruce, figure out where the bubble is. And you can see that it is pretty much just like you remember. And you could do the full circuit. It'd take a couple hours, but you could do that full circuit and see that it does seem like primarily everything is kind of on the way you guys came in, because if you look at the map, it is kind of almost seaward. So the opposite side is on like an ocean or like a sea.
Okay.
So there's no like, you see that there's a dock that extends out, and there's some shipwrecked ships in the harbor. It's not nearly as crazy as just like the junkyard that was on the other side. And you as you're walking around, you don't see any of those creatures that you saw like just like skulking about. It looks just like, there's a bunch of garbage here, and then there's a bubble. So,
in the harbor, are there any non-destroyed ships?
no.
Okay.
There's
And
no
everything
like,
was,
trade coming in and out.
Doesn't seem to be anyway. No active ships at the
I was
moment.
gonna say, like, all this stuff seems like nobody's really, like, touched it, right? Like, there's no, like, signs of life down here, really? Or
Yeah, one could guess that if any signs of life made their way here, probably stayed here, didn't leave.
Okay. And then is there, like, I don't know, like, are we waiting, like, is there, like, a king?
Yes.
Is there, okay,
That's
can
what
I, like,
we're waiting to hear from
go,
the king.
can I go try to, like, sneak around the palace?
Sure.
Is it a monkey?
Or, like, I don't know, maybe I'll, like, try and do, like, a real mouse or something, just, like, scuttle
A
around.
little flying creature.
Yeah.
Sure. So how long were you gonna spend? Well, we're gonna say you circled probably the whole outside of the thing. So we'll say that took like 2-3 hours.
Okay.
to circle
And, like,
the whole
one
thing.
in the city, it was, like, our immediate area and, like, whatever we could get on our way out to, like, the wall.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you see that there were libraries, there were different shops of anything you'd find in a major city, right? There's clothing stores and
Nothing
there's
suspicious.
nothing that you saw. I mean, I'm not gonna assume as a dog you went into every single
Oh, yeah, I didn't go into
shop,
everything.
and then obviously didn't have Bruce communicate when you can't communicate, so then find a way to then have all the conversations that you need to have. So yeah, you can eventually make your way back into the city, and then make your way over towards the palace where you visited the day before. And then what's your plan?
I'm trying to think of what. Do I see any, like, what? Because you know how, like, in big buildings in the city, there's, like, wildlife that, like, lives in it?
Pigeons.
Like pigeons
Sure,
and mice and stuff like that. Like, is there any, like, clear signs of that happening with this palace? So I could, like, blend in.
I wouldn't say there's, like, an overabundance of, like, rats or vermin or things like that. The city seems to be relatively clean. There are, like, street animals, like there's dogs and like stray cats and things like you'd have in any major city, and there's a handful of birds flying around, but there's not like mass gatherings of pigeons or things like that.
Right.
But people wouldn't
but
be
are,
like,
but are there any that are
weird, a pigeon.
Yeah, correct.
Well, I mean, I guess, are there any that are actively in the palace, like in like a tower or something? Like, can I tell from down here? Or, like,
You
smell?
couldn't tell from down here. You'd have to get up there.
There's no big cage of songbirds.
Yeah, just right out, very clearly available for you
Is
to
there a
just.
tiger prowling around?
Yeah, it's right out in the open, super easy to find.
Ooh, tiger.
No.
Piece of tiger.
The way the palace is sort of designed is you sort of have like an outside gate made of either stone or sand. You have a metal kind of barred gate in the middle, which is kind of where you saw the guards. And the palace is the center of the city. Everything kind of radiates from that. So there's kind of, again, similar to the outside of the city where you have sort of the kind of main entrances. You've got gates on the 4 sides of the palace. You've got these kind of big stone walls here with the two guards and the iron gates. And then you can see there's an inner, like you go inside to a courtyard. It's not, kind of loops around the whole thing. And it's pretty much just, there are some like fountains and things, here, very decorative things. And then you have like topiary style things here. Not like trees, but like trimmed bushes to look like a variety of different things. And then kind of there's the main castle, or the palace itself in the middle. So maybe there's an inner wall to an inner courtyard that may have more of what you're looking for, but for the most part, you don't see anything that like.
Then I would like to turn into a bird.
Okay, you turn into a bird.
I'm gonna fly over and like get a sky view.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that you duck out of the way to make it not suspicious.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right,
Yes.
sure.
Also, between your transition, might be good to let Bruce in on what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you do that, and then you fly up into, and you can kind of get a view of what's going on here. So you can kind of see what I was talking about, sort of the circular wall, and then the circular inner courtyard with, you've got different kind of water features and different designs, and again, the topiary is kind of interspersed throughout, and then the palace itself. And as you fly over, there's kind of different towers and things for that.
Is there a window open somewhere?
I mean, yeah, obviously. So why wouldn't there be?
Like, I want to do like a circuit and like find like windows and see if there's anything like interesting going on that I can like eavesdrop on.
You're really asking. All right, fine. So there's an inner courtyard inside
open world, Ted. I'm
Yeah,
exploring.
I understand, Celine. I got it. So you've got your
Pigeon catching day.
Oh no!
Oh no! They
It's
have
pigeon
guns!
season!
it's pigeon season.
They all have guns here.
That's why the streets are so clean.
Yes.
Everybody's
With all the guns.
Yes. Yeah. Makes everybody super nice.
I mean, if everybody's got one,
Yeah.
it's just like, it's not like a question of maybe. It's just like, no, what caliber? That's the question.
Shooters don't lick the floor here, but they get put in the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Different. They roll different in Flavortown.
Apparently.
Anyway, so yeah, there's an inner courtyard you can kind of see. It's not the whole like size of the palace, but there's a small courtyard with, again, a more elaborate fountain than what was outside. And it is of like the fountain, and the carving of it is of a tree. It's made out of stone, but it is an elaborate, big, high canopy tree, and the water sort of trickles down from all of the different branches. And like it is a pretty, like, it's kind of the key focal point of this courtyard. And you don't really see a lot of, again, like your open cage of songbirds or things like that floating out here. But there are a variety of windows in the various towers, and if you were to fly down, and like,
I guess like I kind of want to find like where the king is to like size him up.
Sure.
So I know what we're going into.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you can fly into a window and start bird surveying around to see what you can find.
Is there a bird?
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
The palace is pretty big. So how long do you
Sherlock cat in the what's it called?
magnifying glass?
Thank you. That.
Glue it to your head?
You'll die.
Yeah, that's not good for a bird.
It's an illusion.
So how long do you want to spend looking for the king? So we'll say you turned into a bird, so you have about 8 hours of wild shape as a bird in a palace. And you can see as you're flying or snooping on windowsills around, there are you can see there are like attendants and things walking around the palace, servants and whatnot, going about changing linens and things like that. So just give me about how long, and what is your, once you go into, because you're not going to see anything, it doesn't seem like outside. You're going to have to be in the palace itself. What's your
I'd search around for like,
are you going to hop around on the ground like a bird, or are you going to try to fly up high and like
I think
perch?
I'm going to
What's
try
your
to fly
plan?
up high.
Okay.
And perch and like
Stop on various things.
Yeah, and like stay aloof.
Okay.
Out of easy broom range.
Exactly. Like, it'd be a process to get me out of the castle if they really wanted to.
Alright, well, why don't you make me a stealth check as a bird?
Oh, I should have cast Pass Without Trace before I came in here.
You fucking
But
Are you fucking kidding me? I can't believe you didn't do
I
that.
know. I'm
Oh,
so disappointed in
sorry.
myself.
Too.
I wasn't talking about you.
No, I know, but we pretended like you were.
Like, I specifically asked my boss, like, if I could not close on Tuesdays, and then she scheduled me for the next 2 Tuesdays.
That's what you get for asking for something. You big jerk.
13.
13? Alright, so that was the die roll?
No, that was with myself.
Well, it would be the
Oh, it'd be a
bird's
bird.
stealth, so that's +2.
Oh, okay, so 12.
12, okay. 12 for the bird. And then I'll make a general perception check as staff.
Sure.
Staff engine.
Okay. Staff doesn't seem, they're very busy. So they don't seem to notice a bird flying around.
Cool.
Really.
Did you finish those cakes for the feast tonight?
Well, and also, like, servants tend to know
You
more
better go
than
get started.
people
Go,
think they
go
do.
quick.
So I'll see if they don't have anything going on.
You? Yeah.
Oh, the servants?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just like
Yes, it's late.
as you're there people are talking about making food.
I didn't order the cake.
Chores. Like,
Chores, just like it's all very commonplace, like day-to-day stuff.
Nobody
No.
talks about,
You
like,
separate the
higher-ups
whites
or
from the
kings
colors.
or-
It's very easy. You do it at different temperatures when you wash them. You. Separate them out. Yes.
Now?
Yeah. Interns. Yeah, I know, right?
So you can
Those
see
two
that
talk.
the there are like things you would expect in a typical castle, right? Suits of armor, things like that. Weirdly, though, all of the suits of armor, you know how like a typical helmet has like, you have the sort of the visor that comes down that kind of protects the eyes. All of these like traditional visor, not like an eye covering visor, just a visor. And they all have very thin, almost sunglass shape like eye coverings, and then a visor. That's on all of the armor in this entire place.
Delightful.
We'll fight directly into the sun.
Can I?
It's not, you've never seen anything like this. It's a very weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem practical.
Can I try to find a throne room?
Yeah. You can search around and eventually.
Big old great hall, right?
Yeah, there's a big set of double doors that would be kind of
And also the kitchen.
Yeah, so you would
Those are the two
assume
places I
that
wanna
the
explore.
big set of double doors are the
The throne room.
the throne room.
Is there a way in?
So you can hang out
Or
for
can I wait until?
a bit, and then like eventually it'll like you'll see someone, a servant will kind of come out wheeling a tray or like a cart out, and you can flitter in, and you can see a big massive throne, hot rod red chrome, all accents all around it.
Cool.
There is the walls have big tapestries of just flames. And
I'm imagining all spatulas iron throne.
yeah. Sure, let's make it that. It's the seat is hot rod red and they're all chrome spatulas.
Oh yeah.
Delightful.
And you
Port
can
starboard attack.
yeah, of course, obviously.
Yeah. Turbo mode?
Turbo drive, yeah. And you can see sitting upon the throne is a man. He has fiery red hair, literal fire.
Ooh.
Deep red skin, kind of glowing, or actually they're kind of dim at this point, like yellow ember eyes. So imagine, a fire genasi,
Yeah.
right? Obviously a goatee,
Of course.
and a long button-up flowing robe also looks like fire, but looks like really kind of like hunched and like I don't know, weak, I guess you could say.
Wasting away.
Imagine Theoden when they
Theoden.
first
Yes.
get to Rome.
That's exactly what I thought
that's a good
immediately.
reference.
Yeah, so that
Okay.
is what this person sitting on the throne.
So his
So
like
his
hair
flames are a
flames are
little
starting to like gutter
droopy.
out a little bit.
Yeah, they're a little
Patchy.
droopy. Yeah, he seems really just haggard,
Ooh.
I guess. Like You don't know why, but yeah, the flames are a little.
Can I hang out in here for a little bit and see if anybody like comes and talks to him or like?
Yeah,
just
you
like
can.
kind of like observe.
Yeah, so you'll see attendants will come in, and they'll kind of some attendant with like a big long scroll list of things will come in with tasks and they'll be talking to him, and it's basically just like like a very much like they're trying to like seemingly trying to engage him in like any kind of anything like oh sir, we've got that hot dog competition coming up, you want to, and he's just like and she's just like, and he's just very much just like going through the motions, just kind of mumbling and just hand gestures occasionally, and she's going out, she's just like, they just opened up a new diner down the road, and like there's like the tiniest little flicker in his eyes, but then it just kind of goes back to that dim.
Rick should have come.
Yeah.
He could have opened up the most kicking, out of bounds, flavorful corned beef hash he's ever had.
Oof.
And then
Oh,
he doesn't.
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was
You don't
gonna
have
say.
to have eggs in that corned beef
Well, I'm
hash.
just warning you.
Yeah, I know.
We don't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't like eggs. Yeah.
He does not like eggs.
he's wrong, but that's fair.
That's fair. Everyone's allowed to be wrong.
But I was gonna say, like, is there anything unusual that I take note of? So, like, does he have like a worm tongue, or like, does he have like a weird object, or like something that he's super like that he shows life about?
You don't. At least you don't see anything. From your safe bird perch at the moment.
Maybe it's back in his personal chambers.
And eventually,
Or
at
any
some point,
signs of like nefarious doings to him?
you don't see any clear like whisper.
Nobody's like pouring little bits of water on his fire over time.
Right?
No, you don't. You don't see anything like that.
Mist on a timer above him.
Just enough to like just barely affect it.
Yeah.
The slow death
So yeah,
of the king.
you don't see anything like that. How long do you plan to hang out here in the throne?
Probably a couple of hours, like until it starts to get to be like nightfallish,
Okay,
and then
so
I'd probably go back. I would have assumed that like me and Bruce talked about it, and I was just like,
yeah. So eventually,
meet me back at the hotel. or
Someone
whatever.
you'll
Like, I'm
see
gonna go do this
someone
thing.
will make their way in at some point and talk about. There's like a, mention something about a new group of adventurers just came to town. They'd like to seek an audience with you, and there's just like a look up at the person and just like a slight head nod, and they're just all right. Eventually, they bring in, they wheel in food.
Oh yeah.
Somebody comes in from the kitchen. You can smell it. Smells amazing, and it's just wheels it on over and takes the tray off. There's a bunch of different varieties of food, and there's things like there are like ribs, and there's a pretty rockin' looking burger there, and there's a couple of different tacos, and
Spicy cornbread with jalapenos.
sure, why not? And there's like a sandwich that is like, it is like a Monte Cristo, but it's French toast as the bread as opposed to that. And like you'll see him like with a fork and knife cut up like the sandwich, and, like he'll eat it, and like there's no any emotion, like it's purely sustenance. There's no enjoyment. There is no disdain. Yeah, and then and you can see like the person who wheeled it in kind of wearing again like white robes like you would have as like a chef, or at least someone working in the kitchen, and they're like. And he's just like going through the motions, and then like puts it down.
It seems to be the only thing he enjoys.
Yeah, and then they're just like really depressed, and like the attendant who's there like was doing all this stuff is just like pats him on the back, and
He's
they like
crying
sullenly
when he
walk
leaves.
out, and that's what you see.
All right, cool. Then I'm gonna.
And you leave. Then you find Bruce, and you guys all make your way back to the.
Yeah.
Second option: feed him terrible, terrible food.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like that's how you break it: is you serve him the worst food because he's been eating good food for too long. It's
Too
lost all of
much
its
good
excitement.
Food, yeah.
He's
He needs
overwhelmed.
to
He needs something with a
remember
little
what-
stank.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to rely on your magic food pouch for some gross ass food.
Ooh.
Oh
okay.
Anyway, you guys all make it back to the hotel.
Great.
That
Oh,
one
what'd you
patty
find?
that killed the
Oh,
health
we can give him worm
inspector.
cheese.
Well, apparently it's delicious,
Yeah, it's
so it
fair.
might not work.
That's
The
true.
patty that killed the health inspector.
Yes. That is what I pull out of my pocket the next day. This is for you.
What you guys
If
find
nothing
out?
else, it'll put you out of your misery.
Did we commune with our gods? Anything fun happen?
I mean, I didn't cast commune. Just to be clear.
yeah. No, we're just praying.
Yeah.
What did anything happen while they were praying?
Sure, you can make, I guess, religion checks.
All right. I'm no good at this.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
17.
It's not bad.
No. The dice were helpful. They rolled a 17.
14.
Okay. Are you seeking any particular guidance? Of anything?
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm gonna ask Ilmater. You know, this has been coming for such a long time. Just to protect my friends and my party, and to help us help these people, because it seems like they are hiding from their true problems, and that's not what endurance is. You know, they've hidden themselves from their problems in this decadence, and help me have the strength to help them endure through what seems like could be coming problems with us being here.
I'm just saying thanks for all the stuff Mistra's already done for us. And kind of like apologizing in advance in case that happens again. Like there might be another time where I have to talk to you like 8 times a day.
Apologize for. Mistra, if Mistra did not want to do it, she would just not.
I
That's
know,
true. She's
but
a goddess.
like
She can do whatever she wants.
You shouldn't apologize for things that there's no reason to be sorry for them. She is your god. I mean, you have been 100% loyal to her.
You have a
Yeah.
special bond.
Okay.
Remember that?
She doesn't want to have sex with you.
well, not anymore.
Not ever.
We don't know that.
We
do. We can
do
infer.
that,
She's
yeah.
more of like a mother figure.
You
to
were
me.
part
she
of
envelops me.
the magical
holds me and
weave.
keeps
Keeps
me
you safe.
Yeah, for decades and decades, you were part of the magical weave. Did you pick up on any like subtle sexual undertones through the magic
No,
weave?
but I did get
It's never
annoyance
gonna
when
happen.
people would cast commune too much. So
She's
one thing-
mine. I'm trying to talk to her, and all these little
I
clerics
heard
are over
this.
here like, "Hey, can you answer these questions?" And I was just trying to have a conversation. You ever try to have that conversation where someone keeps getting text and they're like, "Oh, hang on." So what were we talking about? I'm
It's-
sorry.
it's
Hang
irritating.
on. Hang on.
nobody likes it.
No.
So
you
what
know,
were
I'm
we
actually
talking
getting
about,
a phone
Flint?
call.
I just
I don't even know.
this one's a.
Yep, I'll be here.
I'm sorry, I gotta take this.
I'll be here.
That's what it.
Yeah,
all
they
comes
rolled an
to.
8 on their.
That's what it is. That's
Yes.
why Flint's issue with commune is
Yep.
because they just took his time away.
No. They actually rolled an 8, so I got to get down there like now.
Oh, God damn it.
You thought you'd have all the time in the world.
I didn't.
So,
Never meet the heroes.
you don't get any. Both of you don't get any like specific
Yeah.
guidance, I guess, but you both kind of get a feeling of almost like foreboding from both of them
Oh dear.
that like something along the lines of like you are in a familiar place to both of them, and a sense of wariness.
Okay.
Good.
That is good to have.
This kind of follows up after we commute. Like, did your god feel weird? My god felt weird too.
You know, I'm just glad that we could actually connect, because I was worried maybe we wouldn't be able to inside of the bubble.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't have that thought. I thought for a second you were going to talk some self-deprecating nonsense about you and your Ilmater, because you have suffered, my friend.
Well, you know, I do my best for people.
Yeah, that's obvious.
So
So,
he's
yeah.
been great.
So I feel like that kind of reinforces the thought that you had before of let's not eat anything here until we feel more secure.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, are you hungry? Guys hungry? Create food.
Yeah,
Sure.
definitely.
I create us some dinner, and I use my magical prestidigitation pouch to make it taste nice.
Oh, that does taste
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
I will fill them in on what I saw about the
Oh,
king.
did you smell any
Aw,
mysium?
He's so sad.
Nope.
Cool. Well, thanks for checking.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I
did
have
that.
an idea for
Yep,
the king.
yep. He is not looking good.
Oh,
Seems so sad.
this
He's
is
so sad and
Sounds
withered,
sad.
and his flames are going out.
guys. I think I can help both of your ideas. I can help, or not both of them. I think I can help with your idea and my idea.
Huh?
Well, because the create food and drink is supposed to make bland, tasteless food.
Mhm.
I mean, it only tastes good to us because I got my magic spice pouch. So we could bring him some of that, and that'll be not good food.
Oh,
And
there you go.
There's your idea for trying to break him out of that. And I was just going to try and cast some healing spells on him. See if that helped.
I think you have to ask before you cast healing spells.
Of
on a
course,
king.
I'm going to
Okay.
ask the king first.
I just
Actually, that was a good point. That was a good point.
If I didn't say it out loud and later you just did it, I'd have been like, "Ugh."
I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped there.
Mm.
That's okay.
Uh,
You know, this is pretty tense, and you know, it's super weird being in like the bubble of like complete obliviousness.
Okay.
We haven't noticed any like change in our perceptions of things. Like we can still clearly remember the danger outside.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's not like Neverland where we're starting to forget.
So, Bruce,
Yeah.
was there anything about Oz specifically that you liked, or was it just that he was a ghost lady?
It's, when you get to be in... Well, I mean, you will never get to be in that situation.
No.
So,
No.
it is very complicated. So it's... I'm not entirely sure. I was only deemed to love him because... Or her because I wasn't allowed to have them. And then honestly, when you're told you can't have something for centuries and that's your whole driving being in who you are, and then all of a sudden they're like, you can have them, and then it's kind of like, oh...
Yeah.
You kind of lose the whole...
I honestly could see how you would feel that way about Oz.
You're just kind of like, well, you can have all of those things that you've wanted for your entire life and have to suffer for countless times to watch them die over and over and over again.
So you kind of broke the cycle.
And then it's just like, no, everything's good. And now it's like, oh, well, there's no challenge.
Yeah,
It's just, you could... I mean, maybe there's a challenge. I don't know. I don't know him that well. But...
Well, honestly,
fair.
it sounds like
Fair.
you just got out of like a really hard relationship.
Yeah, you might need some time, bro.
I think you need to take some
you
time
need
for
some,
you.
yeah, some Bruce time. So
You
I
need
think
to
maybe you guys should
be
lay
looking
off him
out
a little bit
for your own love vulture.
about it.
Right?
You're right.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
I guess
you.
so.
Yeah, man, you're picking through that dead carcass of love and trying to find the meal.
Really, you need to find the love inside of you.
Yeah, you're the dead carcass now.
I'll be honest, this analogy is terrible.
It's really bad.
I love you guys and I love our team and I love the love vultures.
Thank you.
But I don't think it's a apt analogy for almost anything. It sounds like we like pick through battlefields and then donate the proceeds to charity.
You know what?
I mean, that's not a not accurate description of us.
That is totally an inaccurate
I'm gonna keep
description
working
of
on
us.
it. It's gonna work as an analogy at one point.
Hey, you know what?
It is. I'm just gonna keep throwing it.
Well, yeah, we're just gonna. Yeah.
All right,
keep
see,
slinging
yeah,
that
yeah,
around.
yeah. Okay.
All
I'm in. I will find the
I
right
just-
It
one.
I
worked
just
that
feel
first time, which
I
is
feel
why
so
we came up with
good
the
that
name.
you
so
opened up to us after all this time. This was great, bud.
Yeah.
You gotta
And
spread your
I promise
vulture wings and
I'll back
fly.
off from now on.
Yeah. Took 34 days of constant
So
pestering, but we
Theron,
made
what's
it.
up with you and Wildfire?
Yeah, man, she's super cute. I mean, a
She's
little
super
dangerous,
cute.
which
She's
suffering.
scary.
Right, but
Like in a
like,
good way.
you know, I feel like...
Clyde, you have a little thing for it too.
No.
You got a little sparkle in your eye when you're
yeah,
talking
that's
about it.
true.
Yo. It's just nice to meet another female crazy person.
That.
I was around you guys for so long, and then
Hey,
myself for
and
so
now
To
long.
be
Thinking
fair,
about
I
it.
was a female crazy person.
You know, where I miss our girl
I
time.
do. I miss that too.
I
That was
miss our
fun.
shopping trip.
But I feel like it gave me a more worldly perspective.
Fair.
Sister Gabriel certainly liked you better.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you make mistakes though, but you don't realize at the time that they're mistakes.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, her name was Allison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right? And then
We're
I
taking
tell
royalties.
Bruce the story.
And he's like, oh, that's...
The wanting what you can't have thing.
Yeah.
Except she was just garbage.
She
and
was
Oz
a
seems cool.
bitch. She was not nice.
She was also a vampire.
Yeah, but even when she wasn't
lady.
a vampire, she was a bitch.
He's like,
That's
well,
pretty harsh.
I
He
mean,
That's pretty
sacrificed
harsh
so much
language.
for her, and she treated him like garbage. I'm sorry.
I don't like her. I just don't like
That's how I
throwing
feel.
out words like that.
How about trash? Is that better?
No,
Sorry, I'm
I
sorry.
have a hard time saying any of it.
Utter garbage.
Okay. Well, thank you for this.
And then Flint, like, out of instinct, she's not there, right?
No,
She's
no,
not
no.
here. She's not
It's
here.
been
She's
years.
not here.
It's been years.
She
We're fine.
was halfling. She's probably dead.
Quick.
Up top, avoiding those
it's
divorce
like, I
fees.
mean, oh, whatever.
They were never married.
No?
No.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were.
No, she said she couldn't afford it, so she went out adventuring so we could afford a life together and never came back.
Yeah.
So that's why I started adventuring to find her.
That's right.
And that all worked out.
It
Kind of.
did. Yes, it brought me here.
You got Ferdinand.
And that's what's important.
Brought you Ferdinand.
Okay, so
I guess
How
that
long-
makes you a love vulture.
You're so right, Bruce.
that was better.
That was.
That
much
wasn't
better.
bad.
Yeah, that's why we
That
need him
was-
on the team.
That was
Yeah.
closer
That is
to the
why
mark
he
we're looking
is
for.
Yes.
essential part of the team.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You proved it over and over again.
Yeah.
I appreciate you participating in the
How
little
long do we have to wait? You guys think?
I mean, we could camp out for the night. We need a good night's sleep anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we all just hang out together in the hotel room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
Like
It's dark.
A slumber party. All right.
Let's play some cards. Let's hang out. Let's try and enjoy ourselves. We've been walking for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right.
Put our feet up.
How do we feel about, like, we're not gonna eat the food here, but like, how do we feel about the drinks?
I feel like that's a bad idea.
You're right. I just wish we had drinks.
Yeah.
You lead.
Does anyone? Do you have magic alcohol? Bruce, do you got magic alcohol?
I don't think so.
Mm.
Do you have an alchemy check?
I don't. That was not top of the list for magical priorities.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
I mean,
It's
we could
fine.
probably make one.
You
maybe.
don't you create food and water?
But it's
Yeah, but it's not
It's not
booze.
great booze and water.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think we should be drunk hanging out up here. That's a little bit irresponsible, say, if something weird happens overnight.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't got anything.
Okay, well,
I said
you still hang out
there
with
was
the
a
cards.
bar. I mean, there's no point to there's a mini bar
I see it.
in the room.
That's where they get you.
None of the food has been magical?
Mm-mm.
I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's specifically a bad idea.
I think we should at least wait until after we've met with the king.
Nah, you're right.
I think we shouldn't even risk it at any point.
We'll see what we learn in the meeting with the king. We have no idea what we're walking into.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna let you guys know I'm out for eating here at all.
Sure.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's
I'm
respectable.
gonna stick with it.
Okay.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's hard every day, and it's only been one day.
All right.
So, yeah.
So you guys will take a rest for the evening, and it sounds like you're just eating the food that you're making. No one's having drinks from either the mini bar or the bar downstairs.
Correct.
Correct.
We just have a boring night. We like montage like us doing different things. Like Flint's got his feet up on the bed and he's like reading a book at one point, and Clyde's trying to talk to animals in the streets and they're just totally ignoring her.
You see, as Flint's legs are up, he has a what looks like a. Have you seen the Jack Slink's beef jerky nuggets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bowl of what looks like that, and he'll eat one, and then just throw one over his shoulder out the window, and then 2 stories down. Just
Every once in a while, Aslan will fly over and grab one.
and you hear like a roar off between the 2 of them, and then like they're both just like ah.
Does Darren have long hair still?
It's pretty long. Yeah.
Can I braid it? Can Clyde braid it?
Sure. Yeah.
Clyde braids Darren's
Yep.
hair for good old times.
At one point, Theron is messing with one of Bruce's gadgets, and like a spring flies off and hits Flint in the face. Ooh, I'm sorry. I was just messing around with it.
Oh, now your braid's got a bump.
Can you fix it?
Yeah, I gotta start over.
All right.
I'm gonna find the
All right.
spring. I'm gonna throw it back to Theron, and then take off my big hat and put it across the room. And be like,
Oh my god, new
"Can you
game.
get it in there?"
Yeah. Sleight of hand?
Sure.
Sure. 12.
I mean, it's a hat. How far across the room are we thinking? Like
It's
10 feet?
10
10 feet,
15 feet.
I don't know, what do you
Not
think?
a big spring. I don't think so.
Alright,
I think
no.
it's close-ish, but like
All
it's in
right.
the right direction.
All right, my turn.
I wanna try.
All right, you go first.
Okay. 19.
All right. Yeah. So we'll say that it goes in.
Nice
First
shot.
try.
Woo.
Oh, thank you.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
I'm an elf. We're very dexterous.
That's what they tell me.
It
works. Fix the stuff.
One stereotype. They were right.
Are we
though.
doing just the one braid, right? Like
Mhm.
almost like warrior style,
Sure.
pulled back? I don't know. Whatever you want to do. What am I doing? Like a high pony
Yeah.
braid? Woohoo!
The one that like wraps around
Like,
itself
well, I was
and then
gonna
comes
say,
out.
I want-
Pony bun braid.
I want to do like a flower crown across, like a braid crown, a
Okay.
headband, and then have the back part braided in. I'm doing a princess braid, which is where you just take little bits from the outside so it stays thick and stuff like that, but it looks like a pretty braid.
Cool.
And put some flowers in that.
Nice. I look nice.
You look very nice
I'm
to meet the
clean,
king.
and I clean my armor nice, and I prestidigitate my hair.
That's probably a good idea too. I'm gonna spend part of the night to try and make our clothes look good, or my armor look nice.
Yeah,
because
anything
we are
that
meeting a
needs
king.
mending, like you fix my
Fair.
sock.
Yes, a lot of magic, and every time. Thanks, Meistra.
Yeah, socks are very. The kings are often.
Yes,
very
but
keen
if
on
I
their-
feel if I have a hole in my sock, I might be like twitchy, and we're doing it anyway. Might as well fix that sock.
That's fair.
All right. And if
All right.
nothing happens,
Us all gussied up.
Nothing happens through the evening.
Sweet.
You guys all wake up fine and long rested in the morning.
Wonderful.
We
And,
like having those.
yeah, we are going to take a short break here, internet, and we will be back
with more coffee.
with more coffee and more our meeting of the king. All right, hello, internet. We are back from our break. We
Hello.
have coffee.
Yes. Now let us pretend.
We're gonna figure out what happens with our party as they make their way to meet the king. So you wake up in the morning.
Feeling like P. Diddy.
Do you?
I don't know, do I? Do I have to make a roll?
Sure.
Roll for P Diddy.
I want to roll for P. Diddy,
Don't
please.
roll.
Okay. I don't really know what that roll would be.
A D30 roll.
You think Kesha would roll a d30?
Oh, I think she would if she had
I
one.
think she would pick the sparkliest dice that was around.
Is that what you picked?
No.
Um,
A natural one.
no. Hard no.
Oh.
Wake up in the morning with your foot completely asleep.
Aw, man!
P Diddy never has this problem.
No.
He's got great circulation. Things we know about P. Diddy.
Apparently. Black Mist, answer your quick question here. What's my opinion on a Dampier Lycan Bloodhunter? It's fine. Lycan Bloodhunter's okay, Dampier's okay. I don't know what response you want, but it could be fun if you want to play a vampire werewolf. Live your favorite second Underworld movie.
Hell yeah.
You can name Michael Corgan too. Nobody will know. Anyway, so yeah, you guys wake up not feeling like P Diddy, and you have the morning to yourself. Anything specific you'd like to do?
Yeah, how about this time, Theron and I go, see if we can find some armor.
Okay, sure.
And you guys wait here.
I'm gonna drink my coffee, but I'm gonna wait to use my pocket.
Okay.
In case we need it in case of emergency.
Do you guys have any way to talk to us?
No.
No.
All right, cool. Just send Ferdinand to get me. He knows how to find me.
Oh. You could just tell Aslan. We could telepath.
Oh, that's a better idea. Tell Aslan, and he could tell Theron's brain.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
To the armories we can find.
Clyde takes the bath.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Fair.
All right. So you guys go around the city looking for an armory. You eventually find one.
All right,
It's
cool.
not like super hard to find one. So
Ooh,
you do.
before we go in, detect magic is a ritual.
Mhm.
Walk on in. Come on, buddy.
I walk in too.
Okay. It is a typical armor shop. You see just mannequins with various suits of armor on them and shields and things of the nature.
I look around for some amizium or adamantine heavy armor.
You do not see either.
All right. I gotta go talk to the guy.
You go and talk to the guy.
Hey, guy.
Yes.
So I'm looking for a very specific thing. I don't know if you have it in the back somewhere, or you can help me around town. We're new in town.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for some either mizium, some fancy metal armor. We're looking for mizium, adamantine. Do you guys have anything like that?
And he says, no, I can't. Unfortunately, we don't. He says, I have some things that are nicer than normal, but he says, I got this, and he points at a set of scale mail armor that's made out of like shimmering reptile scales.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's pretty cool.
That is very cool. I like that. You know, I used to have a set of armor very similar.
That's magic.
Yeah.
I used to have a set of magic armor very similar.
So he's like, I got that.
Yeah, then I died. Thanks.
And I got this helmet. That's pretty cool.
Ooh.
And it's a fancy looking helmet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a look at helmet.
It is also magic.
Ooh. Can you tell me what that magic helmet does?
Well, it makes you very watchful. So
I don't know, Theron. I feel like you're already pretty watchful.
I feel like you and Clyde are watchful enough for me.
That's another way to put it. All right. Question. Is there anywhere... I'm not looking for another armory. Obviously, I'm not asking you to send me to a competitor. But is there like a magical wares knick-knack shop? Or like a... something... where we might find a surprising item?
yeah, sure. So I don't really know the name of it, but if you head down, there's a there's a strip club, the cheese strip club. You know the one?
No! Not even a little.
Oh, well, you know, like certain places have like chocolate fountains, and
Yeah.
like girls or guys can get into chocolate.
Yeah.
This one is cheese, a liquid cheese.
Liquid cheese.
Sounds like
And
a
the
fondue
strippers
for
take
me.
off the cheese? Stop it.
Well, they call that the string cheese, if you know what I mean.
I don't, but keep going.
Next door to that is some sort of knick-knack shop. I don't remember what it's called.
Okay,
I'm gonna
cool.
ask if they wore G-string cheese.
Thank you for your time. We're gonna get out of your hair, and I might come back for that helmet tomorrow. We'll see. We got a thing, but then I leave.
Do you think we look good enough?
Not
And
to
he's
get
like,
in.
before you guys leave, he's like, do you want to know the name of the place?
Didn't you say you didn't know?
No, I know the name of the strip club. I don't know the name of the place next door.
Yeah.
Oh, you said it was the cheese one.
Well, there's a couple of them.
Oh,
I did not know that. I
Yeah.
expected them only to be one. Excuse me. Yes, I would love to know the place. Thank you.
Chunks of cheese.
Tells you it's Provolone fans.
Ah!
Provolone
No way.
Yeah.
I don't get the reference, but let's go.
Yeah.
Really?
No. Flint doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Sean loves it.
Let's cheese it.
I don't.
Do, 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 do.
So yeah, we go to Provolone fans, and then we go next door to the Magic Knick-Knack shop.
Is there a cover to get into Provo OnlyFans?
There is.
We are seeing a king today. I don't think we should get cheese on our armor.
I was just interested. I just wanted to look. But I guess you have to pay to look. so.
Well, yeah. I mean, then
Oh, no, it makes
they'll try to
perfect
sell you on a
sense.
subscription, monthly subscription, if you want. But like certain areas you can get into, but like for a one-time thing. There's a sale going on right now, I guess.
Look, I'm not staying in town, so I'll go look. I come out like 2 minutes later, just like completely shocked. Like some cheese, like here, just like,
I can never eat cheese.
You good?
yeah, let's never talk about it.
Cool. We go to the Knick-Knack shop.
Okay. You go inside, and
I
there's
thought I was a messy eater.
and there is a variety of different magical knickknacks that you see around the shop.
I give the proprietor the same speech, looking for some magically helpy armor for my friend here.
They do not have any magically helpy armor.
Isn't that the breaks?
It is, apparently today.
You're asking for his friendship. Magically help me.
He needs friendship armor.
Do you know
It's
anybody
friendship
who might have adamantine armor in the
He says,
city?
I don't think we haven't had anybody come in with any adamantine stuff that I'm aware of lately.
Would you happen to have a goblet that you can like summon different kind of magical drinks from?
And he says, well, I got these two, and he points to a jug. One is blue, and the other one is orange. He's like, I got these. They can make things.
Like what?
He says that this blue one here can make beer, boiling hot tea, honey, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, fresh water, salt water, and wine. And this other one can do all of those same things, except instead of tea, it makes soy sauce.
All right.
Boiling hot soy sauce?
No, just soy sauce.
Hey, I got this here. +1 javelin or +1 spear. You want trade straight up? Spear for the pot?
And he says, sure. And he'll trade you the spear for the... Which one? Do you want the blue one or the orange one?
Oh, I want the blue one because I also have a magic teapot that when I pour anything into it, it sweetens it. So I got sweet tea whenever I want it.
Okay, you got a blue alchemy jug.
Nice.
That's in D&D Beyond. You should be able to.
Now we can have beer.
Now we get a beer.
Yay!
This is why I did it.
So
Or
we
wine.
solved our
A
problems.
gallon of wine.
That's a
Or
lot.
4 gallons of beer.
That's too much of either.
Or 2 gallons of mayonnaise.
That's the right amount.
Or a gallon of honey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a lot of honey.
How much soy sauce was it?
It
Well, we'll never
was
know.
1 gallon.
Wow.
To go with Rick's spicy paste.
Yeah.
Other things you see of note in that shop is a quarterstaff that's made out of transparent crystal. There is a sword that looks like it's made from a scrimshaw fang of a giant serpent.
Oh, that's cool.
Is it what kind of sword?
Longsword.
That's neat.
Nito burrito.
There is a wand. Or sorry, well, it's not a wand. It's a golden hand mirror, but it will function like a wand.
What's up with that quarterstaff there?
He says it's magic. It's a pretty good quarterstaff, and it has some magic abilities if you it can use them. Getting them back, though, well, some say it's up to the fates. I don't know if that's true or not. It's pretty good, though.
What kind of magic shit can it do?
One, he says it's hard to describe, but if one would put it in a realm of similarity, one could say it could provide guidance or something similar.
Okay.
Maybe something slightly better than guidance.
Oh.
Maybe it was like a blessed guidance or then some.
Oh. Now, sir, I have this here Staff of Charming, which seems to do something similar, but this has more uses. It gets its magic back every day at dawn.
What's the Staff of Charming's rarity? It's rare.
It is rare.
And he will tell you this is slightly rarer than that.
Ooh, rarer than
Now
rare.
does a quarterstaff,
It can be wielded one-handed
but for a D6.
or two-handed for a D8. Yeah.
But I don't want to wield it two-handed.
You drive a hard bargain. How about this Staff of Charming and these Boots of Speed?
He'll make that trade.
Alright, what's this?
This is the Staff of Fate. It is attunement, though. It is a +3 quarterstaff. So, +3 to attack and damage.
Wow.
Has 6 charges.
Is this a thing?
As a bonus Staff of Fate. As a bonus action, you can expend one of the staff's charges to give yourself or another creature a D4. That D4 can be added to an ability check, attack roll, damage roll, or saving throw that makes before the start of your next turn. If it's not used before then, it's lost. But if you expend all the charges, roll a D20. On a roll of 9 or lower, it becomes a non-magical quarterstaff that shatters when it does impact, or if you roll a 10 or above, it gets a D6 back. But it does not get them back daily at dawn.
Only when it
Only
runs
when
out.
it runs out.
Interesting.
So,
It's
great for
not-
a divination wizard.
It's not popping up.
The Staff of Fate?
Yeah, only like 4 staffs are popping up. It's weird.
That is weird.
Let's see if I can try Fate.
Is that attunement?
Belt of Fate's Bane is the only thing that's popping up when I put in Fate.
Interesting.
Peculiar.
Flowers, Charming, Defense, Empower, Sacrifice, Heal, Swarming Insect without aim. More? Oh, sorry.
You don't know your own character?
Nope. There was an add more button that I didn't see. Still not there. Staff of Rat 1, Magi, Thunder and Lightning, Striking, Frost, Dunamancy.
Well, let me go see if I can give that to you. So you took, what did you take again? The staff, and was there something else?
The Alchemy Jug.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's see.
And I have now traded away most of Rick's items.
What a nice.
He wasn't using them.
He was dead. I brought him back to life. I get it. I get some of his magic items. And also,
It seems fair.
what's he gonna do? He's so far away.
Yeah, I'm sure. You're right.
I don't know why. I'll have to see if I can't. I can't add it in right now. But
Okay.
I'll see if I can do it later. Also, we just got followed by one of the best names I've seen in a while. The Bulgogi Ninja.
Delightful.
So yeah, you are able to get that. Yeah, there was the hand mirror that I accidentally told you functions like a wand.
Those are all the things I have that I'm willing to trade away, so I'm good to move on to the king.
Okay,
If
there
there
is.
I don't have anything that really
yeah,
seems
there was
strict.
that.
Are we waiting to hear from somebody about the king?
Yeah, well, this is happening kind of simultaneously. So there's the Scrimshaw
Okay.
longsword, and there is.
What does this here Scrimshaw longsword do?
Well, he says it's made from a fang of a giant serpent,
Ooh, that's cool.
so it does poison damage, or it does extra poison damage.
Is it also like, does the damage itself deal is magical? Like,
Oh yeah, it's a magic sword, so
Okay,
it is.
cool.
Yeah, anything you guys, he's only showing you magical things, so it is magical,
Right.
And it does extra poison damage. And he has not the same one, but he has a saddle here, magical saddle.
What's this here magical saddle do?
And he says that is a saddle of the Cavalier. It's designed to help make sure you don't get knocked off your mount.
Ooh, that's cool. My mount is a flying lion.
That would be even better for you, then.
Yeah, it'd be important not to fall off mid-flight. Hmm.
Oh, it's a candle key?
Yeah. Oh, you got to turn that on. Is that an option for you?
It is not.
It is a candle key.
Don't own it.
Well, I do, so it should be there. But...
Should be. Well, you got a copy of the book around here somewhere?
No, in the other room.
Because as long as I know what it does, like as long as
Yeah.
I have a reference to what it does, I'm
It's a
good.
+3 quarterstaff.
Yeah.
So we just never used that last charge.
Yeah, that's a good way to go about it. Or be a divination wizard and
Yeah, and just wait
Rely
until
on
you have
your-
a day where you have
your-
a
a number
over a
above
9.
10. Yeah.
Fair.
So, yeah, that was the only thing was the saddle of interest.
Cool. Yes, that was the only thing of interest. But I don't really have anything good to trade
Okay.
right now.
Okay. Well then,
All right, cool. So
you guys move on back to the city, or back to the hotel. And we'll say that around the same time you guys get back, shortly after, we'll say a courier arrives from the palace. And was there anything of interest that I needed to know? You said you were taking a bath.
Yeah, I was just hanging out at the Marriott.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Let's see.
Maybe if there's a pool, I went swimming.
There is a pool.
Cool.
It's nicely maintained.
Delightful. Don't think I'm gonna get any diseases.
That you know of. So yeah, the courier says, His Highness will see you now. So if you'll follow me, I'll take you to the palace. You guys will make your way soon through the city, through the gate that you guys had went to originally, through the outer courtyard,
Okay.
into the sort of the main castle or palace proper, and you'll make your way, meandering through the various hallways till you get to the big set of double doors, which will then open, and you'll see at the end of the kind of the long throne room with the red carpet, you'll see the chrome spatula iron throne, the big tapestries with flames on them, and sitting atop it is the king, who you recognize, looking to be the same
Clyde overly reacts to things, being like, "Wow, this is amazing! This is the first time my eyes are seeing this."
It's just like you described it.
Very, we are being.
That's why I whispered that.
That's your whisper? Is that what you think a whisper is? Well, honey,
It was not that loud. This is
it's a big room. That's true.
quiet enough to like.
That's true.
I was trying to be like, "Hey, we're talking casually," but now you've made it look not like that. You overreact.
How's it hanging, Bruce?
He's like, it's been better, but here we go. So you'll see the sort of the attendant that you saw yesterday, the kind of female that was there with the big long scroll and was trying to like get any kind of emotion out of him yesterday, is there kind of at his side as you kind of walk up, and you'll see him kind of just like turn and kind of like look at the four of you, and like doesn't really say anything. He's just looking at you.
All right. I kneel.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Kneel and bow.
You guys do that, and then she will look at him, and he'll just kind of be like, and she kind of like gestures that you can stand.
All right. Your Majesty.
Oh, there, King.
Uh,
I remembered what wildfire says. Sorry.
we have come a long way through time and space. We died for a while. Basically, short version, prophecy told us to come here to fix something. And then we saw that ravenous horde of weird monster things outside, and they tried to eat us, so we're feeling like we're supposed to do something about that, but that seems like such a big problem for just the four of us to handle, so we came here to see, like, what's up, King? How's it going?
And he's just kind of like, he's there, but he's not really there.
Okay. Ma'am? What do I do?
Shh. We'll give him a second.
Yeah, thank you. Well, she doesn't say that, but Ted says that.
Okay. That's good.
And she's just like, wow, that was a lot, all at once.
Yeah, we try to front load it. It doesn't sound better if we drag out the explanation, honestly.
Okay. And she says, well, okay, that's a lot. She's like, you see her like, flipping through like a notebook, and she's scrawling down notes, presumably of what you just dictated.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, well, I would love to, say that the king could provide you more aid or assistance, or provide you any insight into any of the things that you've mentioned, but he's. And she just kind of like sighs, and there's definitely like a look of sadness, and she just kind of like, sort of like with the notebook, kind of just like gestures at his general disposition.
I'm gonna insight to see if her concern and sadness is genuine.
Sure.
16.
Seems to me.
Cool.
And she's just like, she says, this is really, he looked at the four of you. That's more than he does most days. He's just kind of in this state. As long as I've known him.
Has anyone tried to talk inside of his brain?
And she says, I'm sure we've had clerics and the like attempt some things like this in the past, but it's just whatever seems to be ailing him is just so complete that he's just been like this for long before my time.
How long ago was that?
I was gonna say, yeah.
And she's a human, so she's just like, I don't know, 30 years or so.
Okay. Has that would you mind if I tried some magic, some healing? I mean, I'm sure it's been tried before, but I got some skills.
Is there anybody around who's been around longer or might know when exactly this ailment started?
And she says, there may be some staff, or there's some more long-lived staff that could provide assistance, but she says, as far as, His Highness has ruled over this city for, more than 1,000 years.
Oh, wow.
Oh!
And you guys all know that that's well beyond the longevity of salvage it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That.
And
That's
she says the
surprising.
rumor says as long as this city's been founded, he's been here ruling over it.
Cool.
Maybe he's like a phoenix.
He might be. I don't
Maybe
know.
he's like a phoenix.
Is he like a
And
phoenix?
she's just like, I don't think he's not dead.
Neither are phoenixes.
I mean, I don't recall any stories of him being reborn from the ashes.
That would be a good clue that he was.
Yeah.
And I'd really appreciate if you didn't set him on fire.
Oh, definitely
no,
not.
we
No,
never
no,
set
no,
anyone
no.
on fire without their permission. It's the difference between us
Unless
and
they
the
try
other
to
two.
set us
That's
on
true.
fire first.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Then we feel free.
So yeah, would you
Unspoken
mind?
combat law,
Would it be
though.
appropriate if I tried a couple healing spells?
And she just like looks at him with this kind of look of sadness and pity, and she says, "It can't hurt."
All right. Having heard what happened to the Barovia Team 1 with Greater Restoration on the Lich, I'm going to attempt Greater Restoration on the King.
Okay, you do that, and it seems to make no noticeable change.
Alright,
Okay.
cool. I would like to use a charge of my lay on hands to remove a magical effect from him. Doesn't say there's any limit to what kind of magical effect I can remove. It just says you can.
With lay on hands?
Yeah, it's the new thing that just got added to. It's not lay on hands. It's the other one. I'll tell you exactly what it is.
The 15th or whatever it is, your 15th level ability?
Yeah,
Your 16th level ability, whatever it
I
is.
think it was my 15th level
You
ability.
touch someone to remove a magical effect,
Yeah.
something like that.
Actions. Action style. Let's see. Cleansing touch. You can use your action to end one spell on yourself or one willing creature that you touch.
Gotcha.
So he would have to be willing to allow this to. I'll say,
Yeah,
my
you,
liege.
you
This is my best attempt.
do that, and it doesn't seem like it is a spell.
It's just a magical effect.
End one spell on yourself or a willing creature.
Oh
you
yeah,
touch.
you're right. Yep.
I got one more thing I can try.
And she's just like, okay.
Oh, Mistra! Mighty Mistra! 81.
Whoa! What?
Not today.
Not today.
Wow.
I can try again tomorrow.
That's
Well, that was the whole plan to fix. That was Ted's whole plan.
Relying on he'll divine intervention the first time, it'll be fine.
I'm shocked.
Baffled. Bamboozled.
Well, I guess it wasn't supposed to happen.
It's true.
Ooh, one last idea. Create food and drink. It's gonna be. I want to make a what is it? The popped rice wafers. I forget what they're called. Rice cakes.
Rice cakes.
I'm gonna make a magical rice cake that is particularly bland.
The blandest rice cake.
No
of all
salt.
Yep.
Kind of stale.
And also water.
Your Highness, try. Let's break off a bite-sized piece. Try that.
And he'll like his feeble little hand. He'll take it, and he'll like bite into this styrofoam that you're giving him, and he will eat it. And there's no real
No
change.
difference between him eating that and him eating the most decadent food.
It seems to be at the moment.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to have to assume, because we have nothing else to go on, that there's some kind of connection between the king's ailment and what's happening outside.
Mm-hmm.
Either it's causing it or he's defending from it. Do you know what's up with that big magic barrier?
Bubble,
Big magic
shield.
bubble that's preventing all the crazy
Outside of the
monsters from
entire
getting in?
city.
And she's like, I'm not really sure what you're I mean, I've always just lived here in the city.
You've never gone outside of the city limits?
Is there anybody who came from another place and settled down here that we could talk to, maybe?
I just said not that I know, not that anyone specifically comes to mind. You could ask around and see.
Okay.
Hey.
Maybe we will ask around the castle then, if that is okay.
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Well, your liege.
Yeah, we do a bow.
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 And wait for like some sort of.
And
dismissal.
she'll
For
just
dismissal.
basically like nothing happens. And he's just like,
A little bit of dribble.
and then she will be like, I think you can go. Okay.
Before we leave, I cast guidance on the king.
Did we get her name?
You didn't.
What's your name?
She she will tell you her name is Sally.
Sally. Oh, gee.
Is she a fire genasi too?
No, she's a human.
Oh, okay. I was thinking silly.
Well, Sally, thank you for
She's
your
wherever she
help
is. Who knows what her-
here with the king here. Yeah. Oof. I feel like we should ask more questions, but like.
I think we should do some investigative journalism.
Okay.
I don't know what either of those words are, though.
Okay.
You don't
I
know
know
what
some of these
investigating
words.
is?
I don't know what investigative is.
Being someone who likes to investigate things.
Then that's us here. Hey, just pass without traces. We're not going to try and be extremely sneaky, but I would like to try and find the center of... Is the castle in the center of the city, therefore the center of the bubble?
Yes.
Okay, the castle is in the center of the city, therefore it's in the center of the bubble. So what I'd like to do is try and figure out, using some sort of mathematics, where
Just
the
point
exact,
at Bruce.
where the exact center of this might be, because I feel like that's how magic bubbles work. It comes from the center and then goes equidistant.
Everything about magic bubbles I know absolutely confirms that. So
Right.
I support
Yeah.
I support this plan.
So maybe there's something here in the castle which is causing that, which is maybe draining the king of his energy? Or maybe he's just super old.
He sounds super old.
He
Yeah.
sounds super old.
But he's so old that if he weren't
if he was gonna
he
die,
would be dust.
He'd be dead.
he would be long past dead. He'd be
Yeah.
dust.
I feel like either way we should figure out where the bubble's coming from.
Fair.
Definitely.
I mean,
Because whoever
make sure
that
it
is
doesn't
probably,
fall.
well, yeah. Maybe they have a library with like the history of this place, and maybe we can get something from that.
All right, let's do
Nothing bad
Theron's
ever
plan
happened in a
first, and
library.
then Clyde's plan second.
Okay.
Cool.
Bruce, you know a lot more about castles than us, in general. So, yeah, can you kind of
Investigate your
or
weapon?
can you help us find what we think the center would be?
Okay. So yeah, I
Maybe
help.
in a tower somewhere.
You guys can start
In a
looking
tower,
around. So you're
yeah.
looking
underground,
Tower.
So the
right?
current plan is
Either
to
above or
try
below.
and find
Mhm.
the center,
The center.
geographical center of
Yes, yes, the magical center of our giant safety bubble.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
So
Detect magic as a ritual. I know you already had it, but like, just in case. Did you already have it?
Not in this 10 minutes.
So you guys will search around for a little while, and he'll basically, you guys will move around the castle, looking through different things, and you'll see a variety of different standard castle things you'd expect, different rooms and libraries and whatnot. And eventually, he'll come to the conclusion that like the throne room seems to be the geographical center of the castle. Therefore, by proxy, the geographical center of the bubble.
That
Is there,
makes good
is there
sense
another
to
room
me.
below the throne room?
You would
Or
have to.
above.
You'd have to continue to search down below, if you would like to do that.
I'm down
We
for
should
that,
find
Bruce.
a broom closet. Ask Mistra.
You can find a broom closet pretty
Why
easily.
do we have to go in a room?
Can I see
Because
those
you have
red
to ask the questions
pliers?
out
So-
loud.
Those red pliers over there.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
You gotta ask the
Sliver
questions.
of something with my finger. Pull it out.
Yeah, get it out. Do you have commune? Are you communicating?
What level spell is Commune 5?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, it is a 5th level spell.
No, why do I have scrying prepared?
Are you planning on?
No. Oh, I think it's a domain spell. No, it's not.
Are you planning on looking up something from a distance?
Nope.
Do you want to say you had communion instead?
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Thanks, Doug. And,
You've had communion pretty much every day.
yeah. I mean, I think this was a mistake, because I never tried to prepare scrying. No, and I think that and planar binding are my domain spells for that level, so I have no idea why that's there. But either way. So wait, what am I asking her?
If the king's power is being drained by the bubble,
Okay.
okay,
Or if the king is powering the bubble?
sure.
Because I feel like there's a subtlety in there, you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
I think if there, I see if there's a way to if
Is there a way to restore it, King? No, that's too vague.
No, I need yes, no.
Yeah, I know.
is there.
That is a yes, no.
I'd ask if there's a chamber under the throne room.
I could just chamber. Well, if it's being powered by the king, then we don't need to know that.
If
Then
the bubble
we should ask if
is taken down,
he's doing it of his own free will or not.
will all those zombies come and attack the city?
I don't think we need to ask
I
the beast
just
for that.
okay. If
I
we
think we
can't
know
think of a
that.
good third question, though.
Okay. I'm trying to think of something prophecy-ish. Like,
Is the bubble source in the castle?
Ted, can you remind us of the wording of the Flavortown section of the prophecy?
Mm-hmm.
Sure can. The second will take you to a land where flavor makes its rounds. Perhaps the second tip will prove if it's truly out of bounds.
Didn't help.
Not
No.
much,
Not at all.
Not even a
but it
little.
was worth checking.
It was definitely worth checking. Okay, so is the
Bruce
king...
will chime in and be like, didn't you say both of your gods had trepidations about where you are for some reason? Something about the awareness or perhaps...
Yes, to be wary,
Reservations.
and also like they have been here before in an influential way.
Then
Is
sounds...
Is it weird to just be like, yo god, what the fuck is up with that?
It's not a yes, no question.
It's gotta be a yes, no question.
Oh, what if I just pray really hard? Then I
Pray
try.
super hard.
I try to place.
I was gonna be like, he's like, is that your national question? What if I just pray really hard?
That's actually not a bad question. I'm gonna just pray really hard right now, though.
Okay.
Is it Mortal Kombat? 'Cause
No.
it's kind
I
of
was
a-
thinking Man Overboard by Blink.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I was thinking that. Cool. So, Mistra, hi, it's me again, Flint.
Yeah, boy.
I was wondering, this magic bubble, is it being powered by the king?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
It is. Is
He doing it of his own free will?
he protecting this? Oh, ooh. Is the fact that he's powering this bubble why he's so weak and?
So what was that last time?
You know,
He's like, I just want clarification on that.
why
last
he's
thing.
like, oh, like you're kind of shitty. Just sits there.
She'll say yes.
Okay. So that's part of the reason, at least.
Maybe ask if there's a way to restore him to his previous strength.
Is there a way to restore him to his previous strength without affecting the bubble? I shouldn't say, is there a way?
Just answer.
Because, probably. Is it within our power to restore him to restore his intelligence without affecting the barrier negatively?
His intelligence?
Yeah, I just want to talk to him.
She'll say. She'll say yes, but yes, but when you say in your power, that's the statement.
So I can do it, is what you're saying.
I mean, the conversation's over. So
Yeah, she said yes to that last one too. I got a bonus.
Okay.
I guess I could have possibly said unclear or maybe.
Okay.
The thought process being is like, well, you guys are a group with a lot of power. I just am making it clear to you that it doesn't necessarily mean it's within the abilities that you have at the moment
Fair.
Yeah.
to do so.
Fair.
It might
That's how I
require
took it.
other things.
Yes.
Yes, that's good. That
It's not
was
some
one of the
spell we have on our list.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
That was one of the clarifications I wanted. It's
Yeah.
basically like I didn't want to say like, is it possible? And then in your brain you're like, Yeah, this one like very specific thing that I have thought of. It makes it like
Yeah,
you know,
if you restart the generator, it'll take over the bubble for them, and there you go.
Oh yeah, you just find a deck of many things, pull out the Fates card, and undo the fact that this happened.
Yeah.
Kaj has a couple of those kicking around.
Yeah.
It's
not about to pull cards though.
Cool. So all right, I feel like that was a good start. And with
yes,
Bruce's
actually
advice,
no.
with Bruce's advice, I think
really hard.
so. Our gods seemed trepidation where like they had been here.
Mm-hmm.
I think this might be a good time to you go to Clyde's idea. Go see if we can find a history of the city. Maybe there's some record of. You know, because sometimes gods
I want
do
to see
stuff.
if there's a room below the throne room. That feels right.
You can make a religion check as you're praying really hard.
Oh, it hurts. 11. Not really hard enough. 17.
I'm gonna
try to find the
I'm gonna try to cast it again.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Commune again.
Okay.
What's the percentage?
25.
25? It fails.
What?
I rolled an 88.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I always try to
go
roll
low. Yeah, wow.
Yep. She's done with me today.
Yep. All right.
So,
You
yeah.
tried.
Let's go to the library. Actually, do you guys want to... I mean, I feel like we're safe enough in this castle. Do you agree?
Yeah.
For now.
For now. Do you guys feel comfortable splitting up? You two go look in the basement or in the dungeons and see if you can find a room below here. Clyde and I will go hit the library.
All right, cool.
Okay.
We don't have Ferdinand or Aslan in here, I assume.
No.
I would assume.
I left Ferdinand
yeah.
safe at the Marriott.
Yes. If we need them, though, Aslan will let him know.
Cool.
And then they can come in 8 turns after the combat's over and kill everybody that didn't try to kill us.
It's kind of Ferdinand's move.
What was your roll? Your religion check?
It was 11. The second one was a 17.
Gotcha. Okay. So you guys split up. So you guys are going to the library?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll jump over to you first, going to the library.
You're seeing if there's any old looking people around.
I mean, there's a librarian.
I'll go up to the librarian.
And you do so.
I'm gonna search for histories.
Excuse me, ma'am.
She's like, oh, there's no one else in here. You don't have to whisper.
Oh, it's a library.
It's just the three of us.
I was just trying to be
The
respectful.
three of us, really.
So we're new in town,
Okay.
and we have, prophecy, adventurers, etc., etc.
Sure.
We were wondering if you had any information on the founding of the city's history, any kind of divine shenanigans that have happened here, specifically with suffering or magic deities.
When the king started going all
Kooky. Got anything like that?
And she says, I'm not. We don't have a ton on the, the history of the city. Most of that was really recounted because the only one who was around for that was the king.
The king. What? Furniture. Is there furniture? I'm kidding.
And she's like, yeah, there's a table.
Oh, good. That's good for
Is there-
reading. I like to sit and read.
Did he keep journals?
And she's like,
Any
I
accounts?
wouldn't be hefting the library if you did.
That's fair. That's a good point. I don't know if
Would
it's
you
like...
want
No,
your
that-
public thoughts?
No, but I feel like
not.
king's memoirs
Sure.
are usually public
I mean,
record after a
I feel like
point.
that's usually when they're dead, though.
Well, he's been around for a long
You
time,
can go out.
so who knows?
There's still a book circulating by Julius Caesar about his conquests. So
Yeah.
That's true.
Who's
Yeah.
Julius Caesar?
He did.
Jake.
I'm
How
sure.
would
I'm
we
sure
know?
he didn't want.
He created the salad dressing. Caesar salad dressing.
I'm
Never eat salads.
Yeah, I figure in that specific instance too, it'd be like, well, he died, so let's put out his book.
No, he wrote it purposefully to be published.
Yeah,
so
okay,
he
that
would.
makes sense.
So it would be his record of his
What he did.
conquests.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that'd be something reasonable. But less of a journal and more of a memoir,
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. She just says there's nothing specifically like that. So you can look around and see. You know, maybe you can turn up something. She's, you know, not entirely sure exactly what you gave very specific stuff, and she says you're welcome to peruse the libraries as you see fit. She says nothing really comes to mind about any of that stuff.
I mean,
specifically,
do you have any information? How long have you worked here?
She says I've been here 200 years.
I mean, was the king like this back then too?
Yeah.
When you say you've been here for 200 years, do you mean like you were born here 200 years ago, or you showed up in the city 200 years ago?
I mean, I've worked here in the castle for 200
Oh, okay.
How long have you lived in the city?
250 years.
Were you born here, or did you commute?
I was born here.
Okay. Do you know anyone who wasn't?
Besides us?
And she says, you know, there were some people that have come through, and then, you know, at a point, they did their business, they did the trade or whatever they needed to do, and then they left.
How did they leave?
On foot?
Well, I don't know, because there are the docks and...
No, with like a caravan, or like a cart, and they left on foot.
Oh, they...
I mean, I don't know them personally. They were just here, and they did
Okay, so no,
not like a person, like a relative or anything.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, so there are no people who you know of who have come to the city, decided to live here from outside.
Not recently. No.
What about not so recently? Like any old people? Like people who are old now but used to be young? No.
Aging,
you are the newest people that I've met for a while.
What are the second newest?
She said, I don't recall.
Okay. Sorry for taking up your time,
It's
man.
okay.
We're gonna peruse. We're gonna take your advice.
You enjoy.
All right.
Thank you.
Guidance
Thank
for
you.
whatever you're doing.
Perusing.
We're gonna jump over to you and Bruce as you guys are traveling through the castle, looking for basically a staircase, I guess.
Like staircase.
Roll for staircases.
So you find a staircase.
0.
You make your way down, and you notice that right beneath the throne room is the kitchen.
Aha.
And there is a full staff, big, massive kitchen with all variety of cooking utensils and things you've seen. Some you probably haven't seen before. Some powered by various seemingly arcane crystals, replicating things like electricity, like a mixer, for example, things like that.
Okay.
Dehydrator, all sorts of fancy
Nice.
things
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
All manner of things. There's a milkshake,
I can't appreciate
a frother, and
Any pouches that turn vegetables into meat?
I mean, there's only one way to find that out.
Start putting vegetables in every pouch.
I'm not
Obvious.
there.
No, that's true.
Um,
Yeah, and you can see there's the wait staff in there, going around. You can see there's like I guess you could almost consider it almost like a test lab because there's so many different things of different kinds of foods.
Mhm.
And the general vibe you get corroborated with what Clyde told you yesterday is they're trying to find what it is going to be the one that's going to get him to react in any meaningful way.
Okay.
And they're like, okay, well, what about this? And you can see there's like a big, for lack of a better term, whiteboard with just like
Food ideas.
hundreds of ideas, and a bunch of them are crossed out. And they're just going down the list.
I wish I could read.
It's just a bunch of scribbles on a whiteboard.
Hmm.
And then Bruce will tell you there's a lot of food that apparently, whatever, I don't know, that doesn't seem to work. Or they're all crossed out anyway.
Do they have soup from Nona's on there?
I mean, so I don't see specifically soup from Nona's. No, I don't
Maybe
see
we
that.
Maybe we should try. Maybe we need to find the right food for him. Secondarily, let's see where they keep like the food pantry. There's something weird with the food here. It's too consistently good.
And he's like, well, I mean, you keep saying that. I feel like you don't have a lot of basis for that. But
Oh,
it's fine.
I
We'll go
do.
look. And he says, we'll look
I
around.
used to eat like dumpster trash
On purpose?
just while I was an orphan to stay alive.
Oh, I see.
The-
I don't know what that's like.
sucks.
I used to eat orphans to stay alive. No, I'm just kidding.
Dark humor is a good way to cope with uncomfortable situations.
It's not for Theron. It's worse.
And he's like, no, I would don't
Okay.
eat high
Maybe
food.
there's.
Never mind.
Hey,
Orphan blood is disgusting.
Yeah, this is disgusting.
They
This
don't
is
have
like
water.
The
me
souls.
like detective style books. So I think maybe what we could do, maybe there's a secret sub basement, or maybe the food's contaminated with something, or maybe, I mean, if this whole place is being powered by the king's magic, and he looks like this, and he's looked like this for as long as that lady's been working here, so that's at least 30 years. Like, you know how magic kind of like drags you down and drains you over time.
I didn't look anything like that, let me tell you.
Yeah, no.
I look like this all the time.
Yes, but I remember what got pulled out of you.
Yeah, well, that was a different story.
Yeah, so I mean, it wasn't dragging you down from the outside. It was sucking you in from the inside, or something.
That's fair.
It was treating you like a hate vulture bite.
Sure.
All right, cool. So let's investigate and look for
Yeah, no, that's what a hate vulture sounds like. Yeah.
I see.
Yep.
terrifying
I'm a
creatures.
doctor.
A cat vulture doctor.
All right, well, let's look. So you know the people like the cook staff will be like, can we help you?
Oh yeah, Sally said that we were allowed to look around.
Okay.
Okay, and we were trying to hopefully come up with the right combination of things to get the king out of his current funk. So,
And they're just like a collective, like, yeah, we know.
Good
Yeah.
luck, buddy.
well, hey, look, I'm not saying that but sometimes you need fresh eyes on a problem, and I mean, it seems like he's been a wonderful king. I mean, look at the kingdom, look at the space that you guys have. It's wonderful.
It's
So,
great.
we're going to do everything in our power to help. And yeah, so we're just checking this place out. It seems like his lack of response to such wonderful food is suspect.
And they're like, yeah, well, it's all we've ever known, but sure, good luck. Maybe
Cool.
you'll figure it out.
Maybe.
And there's definitely like the head chef is just like, basically you can hear him muttering in the background, like, if this fucking piece of shit comes in here and figures this out,
Day one.
I'm gonna fucking quit.
Braided elven jerk.
He's too handsome and not smart.
But yeah, you
He can
guys
read.
you look around and there is like you find a pantry.
Aha.
You were looking for a pantry.
Is there anything suspicious? Can you cast detect magic?
Sure, he'll cast detect magic. You can do that.
Do you detect any magic?
Yeah, we'll say that it seems like a lot of the food is not all of it, but some of it is magically grown.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be. Doesn't seem different
Right.
in in like its structure or the way it smells, the way it feels. It just seems like it might be probably stuff that you can't get here is
Mhm.
grown magically or is brought forth in some magical way.
That is weird. All right.
I'll also say again, like the couple
search for like illusions or like secret doors and stuff.
you.
Is that something we can search for
I
first?
don't see why we couldn't search for that.
Yeah, right. Let's do
I
that.
mean, really, the only problem is we don't really know if we did find it or we didn't find it. If we're searching for secret doors and we find them, well, then we did. But if
Right.
we didn't, there still might be some. Like maybe we look there. And there's
All
one
we
up
can
there.
do our best is our best.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
The best we can do is our best. And no matter what, I know you'll give it your all.
So eloquent.
I look for secret
Do you have
doors.
inspiring leader?
I do not.
Because it sounds like you do.
I'm trying really hard.
Make
I like this king guy.
Make a perception check.
No.
I should be
Or
done.
11.
I'm so perceptive.
Darren's not good for any of this stuff. Doesn't matter where you put him. He's a weak point on this part of the team.
He's charming. That's not nothing.
It is when you're trying to find secret stuff.
Not secret stuff from people.
Bruce has 19. So he'll look around. And you'll see there is one. You're looking around. You don't find any secret doors immediately, but He'll point out there is a sort of not a vat, but like a jar amongst all of like where they're prepping all of the food, and it's like a gilded, almost like solid gold jar with like a latch sealed lid. And on the side of it, it says it's a script and it says you don't know this, but he'll explain it to you because you can't read. It says flavor.
Is that a normal thing to have in a kitchen? I've never had a kitchen.
And he's like, you think I went to the kitchens?
I don't know.
No, I didn't. They brought the food to me.
Is flavor like a flavor? Is it like a type of spice?
I mean, I really only had blood for like most of my life. I don't really know what to do.
They said you drank wine sometimes.
I mean,
was that
okay.
just blood? I don't want to talk about that. This is what
Sometimes
we're
I
gonna do.
mix the two together. You get a little bit of a buzz. Anyway, this is not important. I'm not the person to ask.
Yes, okay, cool.
Probably Rick would have been the guy to ask about the food.
Well, we
And
can...
and I don't know. It says the word flavor on the side. Perhaps it's some sort of the flavor
Spice.
enhancement.
Sure.
And I mean, I'm sure if anyone would, you could tell him you could put literally flavor in a thing.
all right.
I'm sure he would love to have it.
Yeah. I think. Do you have identify? Is it magic in there?
I do have identify. Yes.
Okay, I think we take a little bit of this flavor secretly. Okay, we'll return it, so it's actually just advanced borrowing, not stealing. We'll take a little bit, and we'll bring it back to our hotel tonight, and we'll have the three of you guys all work together and figure out what flavor is.
All right.
All right.
I like how
You take it. I'll watch.
I like how Theron had to like couch like, Bruce, don't worry, I'm not trying to steal anything. As if he would be like, I don't think we should do that, guys.
Yeah, right.
And he's
This
like,
is Theron justifying it to himself.
and he's like, I mean, he's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. How good are you at stealing things?
well, we're in this
Or-
pantry alone by ourselves.
Well, it's not in the pantry.
Oh no!
This is out in the kitchen amongst all of like where they're prepping all the food. That's like on a shelf, like flour, sugar, brown sugar, powdered sugar, flavor.
How good am I?
This is because I'm not very good at this. I mean, I'll try, sure. I'm not the best at it. You see this big clunky robot suit is not really designed for.
No. I feel
It's like had we known about this, I probably could have changed it up to make it more infiltration based.
Enchant?
Nope.
Okay.
Also, I mean, a
We have
glowing
2 ways
ethereal
to go.
hand is not.
Yeah. I'm decent sleight of hand style.
Okay, I'm garbage.
Okay, so I'm better at that. So
And if you,
could you maybe make a distraction somewhere over there?
all right. Do you have any ideas?
What if you like knocked something over, or like
So then I could do that. That's kind of
have
mean,
a
though.
guy? That's gonna what?
It's kind of mean.
Well, not something like important, like that big shelf of pots and pans. So you're not like ruining anyone's day, but it's super loud and distracting.
I mean, I'm gonna ruin the day if I rest to pick all those pans back up.
Well,
That's
we
fine.
could do it after. We will. Be
All right,
like,
all right.
I'll
Fine.
take it, then I'll rush over, and then we can clean it up.
Listen,
I don't
I'm
wanna
getting a
ruin
lot of mixed
anybody's
signals
day.
from how you want to do this, so it's fine.
Yeah, no,
It's fine. No,
just
whatever.
a
We'll do
thought.
whatever you say. It's
All right.
fine.
Cool. Thank you.
And he's just like, oh no. And he like knocks the shelf over.
I take some flavor.
Right,
real
make me a
quick.
sleight of hand check.
Right. Do I get advantage for his distraction despite it being... It is loud despite it being terribly active.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say it's a straight. Give me a sleight of hand check. We'll see. Straight roll.
Hey! That's a 22.
Nice.
All right. That's pretty good. Let's see here. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Uh,
Pretty good.
Yeah. The orange dye is singing through in its typical orange dye fashion.
Yeah.
However,
Probably could have just asked for some.
Could have maybe.
Probably.
Bruce will use because I remember that he has it.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna use Flash of Genius
Ooh.
and add a +5 to your roll.
Wow. He is smart.
Yeah,
Holy
well,
cow.
it's a thing he can do. Just remind me. So
Sweet.
if I fail
Yeah.
at it in ability check or saving throw. He can use his reaction 5 times a long rest to add +5 to a roll.
Okay,
Nice.
so that is a 27 then.
Yeah, so that'll succeed. And
So
you get.
he turned on the acting flair a little bit.
You open up the lid.
Oh shit! I stubbed my toe. Fuck! Fuck! Thank you for all listening.
Rolling in the pots and pans.
Oh god, it's stuck on my armor. It's like it's magnetized. Oh my god.
That's right, I have my magnet button.
Um.
Okay, so I take a little and I throw it in a little vial.
Yeah. So you open up the lid and it is a bright emerald green powder substance, similar to what you would find like similar to like a regular sugar,
Okay.
but just bright green.
So I take a little scoop in a vial.
Okay.
And then, do I have any on my hands at all?
You're wearing gloves,
Yeah, I'm wearing gloves.
so you're probably okay.
Okay.
On your gloves.
I prestidigitate it
Okay.
if I can to get rid of it. If that works.
So it will,
Okay.
but you remind me what the components are for prestidigitation, because you would be casting a spell while you're trying to be stealthy. So if it's going to involve like verbal, you're over here by their food and you're like casting them, it might not be perceived well in a kitchen.
Yeah.
Nice,
It is vocal and somatic.
What?
Vocal or verbal and somatic.
Yeah, so there's this audible sound and hand motions while you're over by their prep table.
It is a minor magical trick that novice spellcasters use for.
No, I know what it is. I'm just telling you that you still need to. The verbal component of a spell
Well, couldn't he have
needs
done
to.
it after he gotten it, so his hands aren't busy anymore? And then,
Yeah,
as he's
yeah.
walking away, just like.
Well, it has to be audible
Yeah.
so that you can hear it. It can't be whispered. It's something that people can
But you
hear.
can hear your own whisper, so it's audible to you.
No.
Ready? I got it. I do
Him
it,
and
right? I
Bruce
get the
huddle
vial, I
together.
put it away,
Bruce can
and
hear
then
it.
as I'm going to help pick up the pots and pans, I'd be like, oh, guess I'll clean my hands first. Prestidigitation. And then I go pick up the pots and pans with Bruce.
Okay, that's fine. You do, and
You
then
are a genius. And I pick them up.
you guys put up all the pots and pans.
We are so sorry. You know what? We thought we'd be able to do this, but it turns out this is a lot more difficult than we thought.
I really don't know anything about cooking. I'm actually the worst person to have sent here. I'm
That
so
is
sorry.
probably true. We are probably the 2 worst people on our entire group. Of
I haven't
people.
had food in like 1,000 years. Goodbye, and he leaves.
I don't know how to read. I leave too.
They're all like, wow, those poor bastards.
What a
They're really out of their league
right?
in whatever they're doing.
Yeah, all the time.
So,
So we go. Should we go to the library?
yeah, I guess you can go to the library. So while you guys are, I guess you can make
Book checks?
Yeah, Arcana check or history check.
Ooh. Ooh. 24.
Woo!
For an Arcana check.
Woo!
Oh, you said I have guidance, right?
I did. I guided you.
Can you roll guidance for me?
1.
No. Oh, I don't find anything.
All right. So you look around with your
in something
Arcana
else.
check,
I get distracted.
trying to find. I mean, you can find
Sorry,
different
broken
books about magic and things like that.
Are there any books specifically
oh,
about
hey
like
there, little
magic
guy.
in this area?
It doesn't, and you know, it
Could not be
basically
less
the best that you can find is
I
that
could be
you know,
I was gonna say.
um,
God, I
it seems
feel
like
you're
there is, you know, not that there's like a funky amount of magic, but that the Flavortown is a magical place.
Fair.
Whether that's on the nose or just describing the town and its people and the food,
Fair.
you're not sure.
Okay.
But and obviously you could tell that just as a general Arcana check, you're not even looking for books, that whatever force field thing around the city is super high level magic.
Okay.
Like you would think
This might have been Mistra herself.
like this is above a 10th or a 9th level spell.
Yeah.
Like this is
And this is like in the godly realm of magic.
It's definitely, yeah, and you would also know that through the history when the great empire of Netheril fell, there was a whole process where Mistra and you know, basically shut down magic that was above 9th level,
Okay.
like for a reason. There was some wizard was trying to basically cast a spell to make himself a god. and it failed horribly, and it basically caused all the floating cities of Netheril to fall to the ground and crash, and as such, she shut off magic above 9th level to prevent issues like that happening in the future.
Smart of her.
How long ago was that? Was that like
A long time ago.
so before the king got here? A long time ago?
Yeah, you don't know.
Potentially.
Maybe.
Okay.
Or after.
Okay.
You're not sure, but this bubble seems to be magic that you've only heard about in stories that would have possibly been that level of magic. So, and that's what you guys are able to gather before you all meet up, I guess, again at the library or wherever you're meeting up.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Excuse me. Have you seen my
She's like, they're over there. You don't have to whisper.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Sharon, is that you?
It's me. It's me.
Guys, I'm trying to read. Can you be
Marco!
quiet, please?
All right. She's like, all right, but okay, there's a limit. Like, we get to have a normal conversation. Let's not play Marco Polo in the
Who's
library.
Marco?
And she's like, I don't know.
What's Marco Polo?
I don't know.
You just told us not to play it. What is it?
I don't know. Why are you playing it in the first place if you don't know what it is?
You shouldn't be messing with games you
It just
don't
came to me.
understand.
All right, huddle up, guys.
Oh, hang on.
What do we find out?
I made friends with a bug.
Good. You guys?
His name is Francis.
His name is Francis. He's my little pal now.
Cool. I'm glad you made a friend, Clyde. What about you guys?
He loves it here. He thinks
Like
it's
in the
great.
castle.
Yeah,
Oh,
and just
'cause he gets all the
in general.
spells.
He just loves life.
He's just-
alive.
he's
Hey,
like-
Francis, you know anything? Oh, I think that's the way.
It's up to you.
You could.
Oh God, my lifespan is only 72 hours. Oh God!
Oh God!
Francis, no!
Now I'm aware of my impending doom.
I got this.
no!
And I pulled a vial out of my hair shirt. It's flavor.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
I was trying to find books on
the
flavor.
most unique thing in the kitchen.
Okay, cool.
I try to find books on flavor.
Yeah, guidance. I'm also gonna let's look for books on flavor.
Yeah. Oh no, I fail. Sorry, guys.
25.
5.
Ooh. Oh wait. Maybe I can do better than
Big
that.
difference.
Do I have disadvantage?
No, I don't. Oh, you
Oh,
for not being able to read.
Yeah.
I think you just fail automatically
Oh,
for not
okay.
being able to
And I
read.
gave Bruce a 2.
There's no.
I'm just
books out.
following Glad around, like
Okay.
pestering her, pretending to be able to read.
I don't see anything.
Nothing
Some of
like
these words are really hard.
nothing
All of
about
these
it.
words
It's
really are.
history of it. You basically can find that it is a unique spice found here in the city,
What does it smell like?
We didn't smell it.
and it
No, you don't. I don't let you have
and
it.
it
Why? Let me
helps.
smell it.
No, because if you smell it,
Guys, I'm trying to listen
kill it.
to the dungeon master.
Who's that?
She's trying to smell the flavor.
Okay, give me a second.
All right.
Anyway, a unique spice found, local to here, and it enhances the flavor of anything it's put on.
Oh, that's what it is. It's a flavor enhancer.
So it's like your thing? But like green?
No, very different. Mine is just spices. Mine is basically magic cumin.
No.
And other
It's always
spices.
cumin.
And what is this one? Magic taste?
Yeah,
Literal
basically. It seems
super
like
taste.
if you put it on ice cream, it makes the ice cream sweeter and better. If you put it on steak, it
So
makes
it's
the
a flavor
steak.
enhancer.
That's
Got it,
literally
got it,
what
got
I
it,
said.
got it, got it,
Yep.
got it.
Maybe that's why people don't make Flavortown. Maybe
It might
it's
Delicious.
yeah, but not just delicious, but also
Magically
You're gonna
delicious.
say a word?
no magically. Yeah, I can't think of the right word for it
Oh.
though. Like you gotta get more.
Addictive.
Magically delicious.
Yes. I'll look at both of you and say yes.
All right.
So I think we should go back to the hotel, and maybe you guys can do magic at it.
What do you want me to? You want me to fix it? Like I can put it back together?
I can make a bunch of elements. We can feed it to something, a conjured animal maybe, and see what happens.
All right. Maybe we could ask Meester about it.
Well, why don't you guys go back
To the
to
hotel.
the hotel?
Yeah, we go back to the hotel.
You do that. We're there.
All right.
We book your room another night, we'll say.
Yeah.
What's the? I mean,
Although they do tell you that the Holiday Inn Express across the street has an automatic pancake machine.
We don't want that.
Are
no.
you sure?
I'm positive that we don't want that.
That sounds so good.
You got the waffle maker here, but you gotta clean that. Wash it. Make sure nobody takes
Prestidigitation.
it. Make sure nobody takes your waffle.
That's true.
That's
Pour
true.
the
You
right
gotta stand
amount.
by it.
Put the
Make sure
right
your
the right
waffle
amount of
cooks
batter
right.
in it.
That is
You can just
More
push a
work.
button and get pancakes across the street.
yes. Are you trying to upsell us to the place across the street?
I'm
Isn't that
not.
bad for business?
That was Ted the Dungeon Master.
Oh, okay. Well, you said
Oh,
they told
Dungeon
us about
Master.
it.
Oh, you found out about it.
Oh, okay. Either which way, we can't have either of it, Clyde. And you can't smell the flavor
Why can't I smell the flavor?
because we don't know what it is.
It's something that makes food better. He literally said that.
Yes, that's what it says in the library, but you couldn't even find anything
Is it
else.
magic?
You couldn't even find anything about the giant magical barrier that's around the entire city that stops thousands and thousands of things.
Well, neither could you.
I can't read.
Yeah, but you didn't find anything below the throne.
I did.
You found the flavor.
I found
Yeah,
the
but now
flavor.
you won't let us investigate it.
I won't let you smell it.
I feel like that would help us.
Clyde.
The high
I
end has
love
the
you
omelet
like
bar.
an older
That's a little
sister.
higher class stuff.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I think this is a
Actually,
bad
they don't have an omelet
idea.
bar. They have an omelet station
We should.
where you bring the
if
ingredients and
nothing
they make
else
the omelet for
works.
Why don't you have Aslan sniff
Those are
it?
nice, especially but only if they know what they're doing.
If nothing else
Nothing
works,
is worse than when they try to flip
we'll do
the omelet
that.
and it just
Because, like,
Then you get scrambled eggs.
it won't matter if he
With
gets a veggie. You
vegetables
just, like,
and
dispel
cheese.
him and reconjure him.
nobody wants
That's mean, but yes, that's true.
Bruce, was it magic?
that. He says
A flavor?
it has a degree of it's like residual magic.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's not like glowing with the magical powers or something like that, but like it is of a magical essence.
Cool. Cool, cool.
Mhm.
I imagine if you could like take something that was made of magic and like distill it down into dust, like if you had a magic diamond and you made it into magic diamond dust, it's not really magic anymore, but it's like kind
Yes.
of. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta.
No, it's still in there. It's deep in the beer.
Yeah,
there you
but-
go. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, that or burrowed into
Okay.
that. Like,
So,
I'll find it
so
later.
it's there's something
low-key
magical.
about this.
Yes, but this came from something more magical.
So this
Maybe.
is a ground
This
up
is all.
magical substance.
Maybe. This is all speculative.
Oh,
It comes
yes.
from the zombie people outside.
Definitely not.
Oh,
Because
okay.
there are none of
Probably.
there are none of them in the city.
Oh, that's true,
and
they
this
can't
flavor
kick
is in
through.
the city.
But
So we can
Look.
tell we know for a fact that though
Maybe
that
they
is not
mine
what
it.
it is.
Maybe
Okay.
there's something under the palace.
Very possibly.
see, so I think we need to go deeper, and we should ask Mishra tomorrow.
Deeper and deeper. Yeah. I mean, we can ask her a bunch of stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, and we could ask her to fix the king again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the meantime, though, why don't you guys see if there's anything else that you can? Could you would an identify spell work on this, or is this the best we're going to be able to do for
That's
now?
not
Do
good.
any of us
What
know
time of day
identify?
is it
He
right now?
does.
Oh.
Huh? What time of
Uh,
day is it right now?
We talked about it earlier.
Like
Oh.
evening, I guess.
Well, I was gonna say, like in a town where there's a bunch of food, if there are like grocery stores or like markets and stuff like that,
Yeah.
why don't we just go see if this is like a commonplace thing around?
That is a
Because
great
if so, we
idea.
can just ask somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
Alright,
hey, you know where this
cool.
comes from?
Well, maybe we should just go to a bunch of different places where they might have flavor for sale and
Yeah.
see
Or, like-
from that. Because I don't know if
Or if we go to
supposed
different restaurants, I can do
go
like a little spider and I
store.
can go see if they have it in their kitchens.
Okay, that sounds fair.
I feel like asking is still our first bet.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
I
okay.
agree.
What if? Yeah, but what if we're not supposed to have it?
Well, that's what
No,
I'm saying.
you
Let's
just
go
ask-
see if it's a common thing.
Ask
first.
vendors. We heard about flavor in the castle. Do you guys have any flavor here?
Okay.
And then if they get weird about it, then she can still turn into a spider and start snooping.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go out into the town.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you do.
Oh, now I'm
You go look. So we'll say you stop at the first. You go into like a
Spice
food,
vendor?
like a restaurant, or
Like a spice
food rent, yeah, like
Sure,
vendors
yeah.
or market,
More
like
of like
street
a market.
market.
okay, sure. You can
Food
find like an
markets.
open air market.
Okay. Do we see? Can we investigate or perception some flavor if it's around?
Sure.
We can attempt.
Nope.
22.
Yeah, impressive.
I'm no longer using this dice.
Yeah. There's like you see like
That's
one of the
that's
spice
what I
vendors
thought,
has like
That sucks.
jars of it that you could buy.
And it looks the same?
Yeah.
Ah, I thought I was on the right track. It turned out it was a green herring.
Doesn't smell anything like herring.
It will. I'm not gonna let you guys smell it.
Okay. Ma'am, is that flavor?
Yeah.
You know what? We're new in town. What is flavor?
And she says it's a spice that you can add to any food, and it makes it taste even better than it normally would.
Wow.
An
Isn't
amazing
that something, guys?
flavor
Where's it
enhancer.
come from?
She says, we have it. It's one of the major things that we make here in the city, or we get it here in the city. Anyone can go out. There's a sort of general gesture in a direction where, there's a supplier where you can just go pick it up. You don't have to use it, but it makes everything taste better.
Cool.
So if you can have a really good hamburger or a really good hamburger, which one are you gonna go for?
I'm gonna go for that second hamburger.
second.
Right, I mean that's what I'm
Obviously.
saying.
I thought the inflection was.
Or
bad on the first one.
maybe you're only okay at making soup, but now you could be amazing at making soup.
Everybody could be amazing at making soup.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So it's over there. So if you want some, you can obviously, Would you like
Sure,
some?
we'll buy a little one here, but we
Sure.
would love to. Maybe we can get a tour over at the flavor facility, flavor factory. What do they
Ooh,
call
that's
it?
fun.
The flavor vendor.
And she said,
The
I don't.
flavor supplier.
Yeah, I don't. She said, I don't
Flavor
care to
warehouse.
know. I get it, and I can sell it.
Cool. Fantastic.
So,
Alright.
but yeah, no, it'll be a gold for a little bottle.
All right. Cool. I don't have any money.
Oh,
We'll say you
I
buy
think-
it.
Okay.
And there are 4 of you.
Yeah,
has to
somebody
be
has
singular
a
gold
gold.
piece.
how much were the rooms again? I'm gonna deduct that. So.
We'll call it 8 silver pieces.
Per night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
per person.
Oh, okay.
Maybe call it 10, so it's easier to track. So a gold.
Mhm.
All right. Cool. Cool.
Sweet.
See.
Thank you, man. Let's go over to the supplier.
Yeah.
Follow the flavor.
Excuse me, sir.
Do we want to wait till it's...
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Never mind.
It's only
I'm great.
We made it
All
over
right.
there
Well,
already. We're already
We're new in town, and we've been hearing about this flavor shenanigans, and we were told you were the supplier for the Arabs. We're just kind of curious what it is. We haven't heard about this anywhere else.
Yeah, this is brand new.
Well, it is a local. I won't call it a delicacy. It is a local spice. So, you can buy it from me. I can sell it to you in bulk quantities if you want.
Now, is there a flavor plant that it comes from?
And he
Or,
says,
like-
I am just able to get large barrels of it to give out to the town if they want to buy it. It comes from the palace. I don't know where it comes from. I just get it.
Gotcha.
So, but if you
one
want
of
to
the
take
things
it,
to love about the king.
yeah, I mean, I'm able to just whoever wants it can come get it. You can sell it out to
Cool.
people in small quantities, large quantities. If you'd like to buy, it's got barrels of it, so you can take it with you. He says, everybody here has it. It's great. The food's amazing here.
Yeah.
You guys want to make a living? Get this. Head outside. You guys will be the best chefs around,
That's true.
hands down.
Here's the problem, sir. So we have been around for a while, and it's not anywhere else in the whole Sword Coast.
Huh.
And I'm assuming that you guys have guys coming in and out, trying to...
Occasionally, not too
occasionally-
often, but occasionally. Some
Never
people-
makes it to the rest of the world.
I mean, maybe they just eat it themselves.
Probably not. They probably get eaten by all the monsters right outside the city.
And he's like, well, that seems silly.
It does. But when you go through the maze, you know what? I'm burdening you with information that you don't really need. This was great. Thank you for your time. If we need a bulk amount of flavor, we're coming to you.
All right, I'll be here.
All right.
What's your
Thank you,
name,
sir.
good sir?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey,
Ah,
the
Jeffrey.
flavor vendor.
All right.
Okay.
Frau?
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
What are you doing?
What is that?
I don't know.
Are you trying to be Rick?
Are you trying to break?
No, that was definitely not. If I was trying to be Rick, ready? I was doing it before.
Yeah, so if I was trying to be Rick.
Oh my god, like me in the same room as him!
That was good. That was good.
Right, because earlier you did like the hoe travelers, like
Yeah.
wildfire.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Bruce, you could do good Rick, I bet.
And he's like, no, I don't really think it works.
Oh,
Next
come on, I
episode.
bet you
No,
can
it
do
doesn't
it.
really
Come
work.
on, give it a shot.
And he says, no, but I can do old me. What? No, suck your blood and I'll kill you and your whole family.
Wow, that is on the nose for what you used to be like, I'm told.
Yeah.
Used to be.
It's pretty accurate.
Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, why don't we... Theron,
Back to the castle.
I think one of us should try it.
The flavor?
Yeah.
We should follow it backwards further. We were at the castle. We found the flavor.
He's like, I'll do it.
I know you would, Bruce.
No. No, you guys are crazy.
I mean, I knew it. I ate that cat's ice cream.
It worked out great. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Out of context, that's a very weird sentence.
Most of my life is a weird sentence.
That's also fair.
We need to follow this back further. We are trailing it back, and it leads right back to the castle.
All right, so let's go back
Where
to the
in the
castle.
castle does the flavor come from?
My only concern,
Nice.
I like that idea. My only concern is that we're all bad at sneaking.
With Pass Without Trace, we're actually pretty good.
And
least
with
I-
Path Without Trace, I'm still pretty bad.
Clyde alone is great at sneaking. Maybe Clyde alone could sneak in as an animal of sorts. Maybe a sneaky type animal.
Like a snake.
Like a raccoon.
Like a sneaky snake.
Tiny thief with their opposable thumbs.
Yeah, or just like a bat.
I feel like bats are loud though when they.
Well, just be quiet.
With
Pass Without Trace.
That's fair. All right. Yeah. Why don't we bunk down for the night, and then tomorrow morning I can try and talk to Mistra a little bit, and if she doesn't provide any better ideas, Pass Without Trace,
Okay.
and Clyde goes on a wild
Cool.
flavor chase.
You have that
Let's go.
other spell, right? The
Which
augury one? Is that prepared currently?
No.
Okay. Because then I could be like, oh, is it a good idea to try the flavor?
That's fair. We could try that too.
All right.
But,
cool.
I didn't prepare it because I forgot to switch out spells, and it wasn't really fighting spells were more useful.
No. I definitely agree. But
I'll still try it.
I think it's the worst idea.
I mean, worse than eating blood and killing people to eat them.
I
Actually,
think it's the worst idea in our current
I mean,
circumstances.
I've had some pretty bad times.
in the contextually, you didn't really have a choice but to drink blood and
Yeah, I mean,
survive. You know, like you needed that to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was I didn't need to
And
murder
you
my
were
brother on
corrupted
his
by,
wedding
like-
night and then try to take his wife. But I did, so here we are.
Yes,
You know.
but
Yes!
you also became corrupted by an evil influence.
Right,
Yeah.
because I murdered my brother on his wedding night and then tried to take his wife.
Yes, but
Yeah.
we didn't know you then.
What?
You're a different person now.
You
That's true.
acted different thusly.
You just
So-
got that weird tendril goo.
I feel like we're
Also-
focusing on it too much.
He
It's the
keeps
past.
bringing it up.
The past is the past. I have a great feeling about Bruce.
I
I
do
do
too.
too.
Secondarily,
Vultures, man.
nobody's allowed to try anything with flavor in it.
Yeah, I agree. Until
Okay.
we all agree
Until
or
we
talk to
know what it
Mistra and
is.
know what it is, get
I
more
do
information.
not want another Boon Pie episode.
Yes.
That would be terrible.
I don't know that
Oh,
reference.
okay. So in
Strahd knows
Barovia,
that
where
reference.
Strahd came, well, Bruce, formerly known as Strahd, came from.
Gotcha.
There was this hag that was selling these pies, and they smelled and tasted so good, and you would become like addicted to them, and you needed them more, and they would give you the most beautiful dreams. And then we found out they were made with children's souls.
He says not children's souls, just children.
Oh, just children, just children, children.
I mean, they could be made
Now-
with regular people, but they're sweeter when they're made with children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when you say just
So
children,
I don't want this to be
still
like
bad.
I don't know, ground up.
Children
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even regular
Might be-
people.
might be
Or
ground up
regular
children.
people.
Yeah, I agree.
You know? So I agree. You know what, Theron? You got me to come around.
Okay,
I agree. We
good.
should hold off on
It says, well, you know, I
ingesting
mean,
the flavor.
children weren't really out in the streets when people are being turned into pies. But
Yes.
here the children are out playing in the streets. So I'm
Yes.
going to guess it's probably not children in the pies.
Yes.
Or in the flavor.
That's some insight we're not gonna get anywhere else.
No, this is a unique insight that I'm
I just want to make sure it's
uniquely
nothing
qualified
icky.
to provide.
So we
It can
have
still be
a
something
plan.
icky, though.
Good.
Right,
Can
I
we go
am-
to bed now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to bed.
It's very difficult being the responsible person.
Yeah.
You're doing great, bud.
Thank you. I
You're
really
welcome.
care about all three of you.
Thanks,
Aw.
buddy. We feel the same way. Well, I feel the
You've
same.
matured so much.
Did
I
you
did
eat any
that
of the,
one
Did you
time.
eat any of the
It
pies
changes
when
you.
you were there? Did you have any of the pies?
I think I don't
think you
remember.
did.
I don't think I ever ate it.
Yeah. I think you
I
had
bought
one.
one.
Rick
No,
has...
I did have one because both of you guys were like, "Hey, you gonna eat that pie?"
I think somebody ate your pie, and you were
Yeah, I think
like,
Rick took it.
What the
or someone else
hell?
I
took it.
thought I ate the pie.
I don't remember.
you may have had
I
one.
thought I ate it because you guys were annoying me, so I was just like, "No, now nobody gets it."
That might have happened.
That might have happened too.
I don't remember particularly.
Either which way, we all ate children, or Rick ate a lot
Yeah, Rick ate a
Children.
lot.
Several humans.
worth of children.
You
Um,
regular cannibal, you.
All right, let's get our long rest in. Try again tomorrow.
You do. You get your long rest in. It's the morning. Everybody feels the same. No forgotten memories or anything like
Oh,
that.
good.
That's good. That's
Good,
good.
good, good.
All right.
Roll call, Farron.
Present.
Everybody's good.
Bruce.
Here.
Flint.
What?
Poke my head outside. Ferdinand. Aslan. Okay. All right.
Everybody's here.
He's grumpy in the morning.
That's fair.
He
He's a
doesn't
cat.
sleep.
Just make sure everybody's still present with us.
He's a cat who doesn't sleep. He's grumpy all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Aw, kitty cat.
So, it's the morning. What's the plan?
First, as a ritual, I cast augury.
Okay.
By
Whoa.
casting and rolling bones or laying out
Whoa.
ornate cards. Ooh, I get to do a fun divining tool. So I think Flint would probably he would probably cast sticks. He would probably have some
I was
kind
thinking
of,
like a top, but like with a Mistran star.
Too bad you guys don't have
That's a cool idea.
those dice from way back Cave.
Mm-hmm.
The augury dice that let you cast augury.
Long time ago.
So, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna ask if it is trying the flavor is gonna be the specific course of action. So is that wheel, and woe, or nothing?
Doesn't take into account any circumstances that might change the outcome, such as casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. I guess wheel and woe. It's hard to. It's between that and nothing because of the second that follow up thing. That's like, well, if you also do things, then maybe not. So it's like if you gain or lose a companion, that doesn't take that into account. So I guess we'll go with wheel and woe for now.
There's good and bad
Associated with
trying the flavor.
Mhm.
Oh.
Do you want to try commune next?
Sure. Well, what are we asking?
Okay.
I don't know.
Is the source of the flavor?
Underneath the castle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
That's
we
a
know
good
it's
start.
from the castle.
Yeah.
Or accessible from the castle.
Yes.
Which one? Underneath the castle or accessible from the castle?
Underneath. I think we should be specific.
Okay, that's fair. That's good.
Alright, yo, Mistra!
Oh, we only came up with one question.
Yeah, we'll figure the other ones based on the answers.
Okay.
Because usually when we try and plan out all three, we end up pivoting anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, Mistra, is the source of the flavor underneath the castle?
Check that map real quick.
Yes.
It is.
Okay. Is the flavor what's keeping everyone in Flavortown?
Oh. Should I say magically? Because,
Is
like,
the flavor magically keeping
people in Flavortown?
Town?
Because if it's just really good and that's why they stay, like, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
You know?
If it's magic.
If it is what's on the
Okay,
label
alright.
and that's keeping them here, I don't
Yeah,
care.
you should ask if flavor is addictive.
Maybe
That'll
not
also
addictive.
cover magically addictive.
Yes, but if it's just really good and you don't appreciate food as much without it, then you could also
Does
say
the
that
flavor
was addictive,
alter
you know?
you magically?
Yeah.
Again, the answer is yes if it just does what's on the label, you know? So I'm trying to ask questions that,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, is the flavor magically keeping people in Flavortown?
No.
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
Can we get below the castle through blank?
Through what blank?
I don't know. No, I'm just like
Yeah.
fill in the blank. I don't know. But like basically like try to figure out how to get to it.
Does the king need flavor to survive?
Ooh, does the king need flavor to survive?
No.
No.
Okay, good. So if we disrupt the flow of flavor, that might not be the worst thing that happened ever.
Well, I mean, we'd have an entire city that we're stuck in pissed at us.
Well, we're not stuck here. We can fly out anytime.
I hope so. But the fact that no one has ever left?
Yes, but we haven't had any of the flavor yet.
No,
What if we go to the wall
well,
and
the
just,
flavor
like,
doesn't have anything to do with
Stick a
anything.
foot out and see if like we can just like pass out, and maybe if like people don't. Maybe the people who supposedly don't leave Flavortown or don't come back from Flavortown don't come back because they die trying to get through
Back
the
out.
desert again.
That's I agree, but I don't know that no one since no one ever leaves Flavortown, it would make sense that someone might have come here, some adventurer, some tradesman
Yeah.
with flying capability. That might have happened at some point. You know?
True.
Do you think we should try? I will send Aslan out of the bubble.
Well, before we do that, we still have one more question.
Okay.
We do?
No, you don't.
No, that was
No.
the third one.
Magically keep.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, I can try and cast it again.
Yep.
Because one of the things, Bruce brought up a really good point that we got the feeling that Mistra and Ilmater, trepidation weary, had been here.
Right.
So maybe that's another avenue that we should commune before we start making
Sure.
big moves.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever been to Flavortown?
Did it go poorly?
Yeah, why don't, while you're thinking of more questions, I'll send Aslan flying outside of the barrier and then back in.
Okay,
And see if it works.
Okay.
I do
Aslan
that.
flies outside of the barrier.
Yeah.
Aslan flies back in the barrier.
He was able to go out and back in.
All right, cool.
Not issue.
So we have that in our back pocket.
Mhm.
Good.
All right, I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
This time it works. 53.
Okay.
Cool.
Mistra, have you been to the land where the city is? Physically. Or magically? I don't know. Forget that last part. Just the first part of the question, Mistra.
So give me that again, one more time.
Have you been to the land where the city is? Because I don't want to say the city, because if she was here before it was founded, you know?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you help with the creation of the magic bubble?
No.
No.
Ask if the king created the magic bubble.
Did the king create the magic bubble?
Yes.
Ooh, so he can magic some shit, guys.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, if he's over 1,000 years old, and who knows how much past 1,000 years old he is, been maintaining that bubble, they're just holding out. I mean, it's miles wide,
Yeah.
and B, it's holding out thousands of cannibalistic humanoid thingies.
Oh, we should have asked how old the bubble is.
You can't. Not yes, no.
Oh, you're
Is
right.
the bubble over 1,000 years old? Is the bubble over 2,000 years old? Is the bubble over 3,000 years old?
Recast.
I mean, you can cast it again.
4,000?
I can, but I'm not going to do it unless we have better questions.
Yeah,
than that.
I know.
So,
Is there anyone in the city who's older or came from the outside who would remember? We could ask about
Is
that.
there anyone in the city who would try to stop us if we helped restore the king to his former power and cognizance?
Why do we care?
Well, because then there could be people who are actively working against him.
Or us?
Yeah, but
Why do
fuck
we
those
care?
people. We'll be better.
Alright, so we're
Oh,
just
yeah, okay. Instead of getting
So-
a forewarning of what's going on, then we'll just say, well, we couldn't. And if the answer's no, then that means everybody in this city would be cool to help.
True, but if the answer is yes, then
Then we know
there
to
might
be
be
more
one
cautious.
guy who's ornery at the outskirts of the city.
Yes, but
You
then
know,
we'll,
it's
yes,
not.
but if the answer is no, then we know we don't have to be cautious at all, and we can just be like, "Hey, show us the flavor."
That's fair.
I'm just saying.
So what's our move? We're trying to find the source of the flavor?
We're trying to find our next move.
Oh, okay.
I think our next move is trying to find the source of the flavor.
I
am
agree.
100% in on that.
Oh,
I
agree.
cool.
It seems the only thing we have a strong lead on right now.
It is
And it's the most suspicious thing. Not like
It is-
suspicious, but
No, I'm suspicious of it.
We could just try it.
Yeah, no.
You said
yes!
He said yes! We could try it. You said
I
it.
thought you meant that we could try and find
No,
the source.
I mean, we all heard him say yes.
I vehemently disagree with anyone trying this. I can't.
I heard you say yes too, Theron.
You all heard me say yes, but you all know I didn't mean it.
Fine.
I don't know. I heard him say yes.
Bruce, you are an adult, and I can only object to your actions. I can't force you to not try it. I'm not gonna pin you down so you can't. I've tried that with former companions, and you know what? It didn't change them at all. I thought it would help. I was wrong then, and I think I've learned one thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, just that one.
just that.
But I'm trying really hard to do better.
Okay.
I'm gonna pray really hard again.
Yeah, I think you can do this.
Okay.
I cast
Can-
guidance.
Can I pray really hard again?
Sure.
Can he cast guidance?
Sure.
Plus
10 plus 2, 12.
No.
Not a skill I'm good at.
no.
What
you
is
pray
your
more
goal with
often.
these prayers?
I just want Ilmater to send me a flash of genius.
And he says, well, no, I can do that, but you have to, it has to
You
help
have
you
to get
succeed.
close.
You have to be close.
No,
You have to be
I
within
understand.
5.
Yeah.
That was not quite where we needed
The
to
17 I had yesterday might have.
be. The one
Might
probably
have
would have been a
helped.
little bit better.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So you missed him say, me saying, well, we could always try it. And Darren went, yes. Wait, no!
No, wait, no.
So all I'm saying is he said yes.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
But
And
I
then you
didn't
tried
mean
to
it.
Pray real hard and you cast guidance.
What if we cast
We're
it
very
on-
good at that.
What if we give it to something else that you don't, I don't know, necessarily care about? Do you have a thing?
Do I have like a living thing? Only Aslan.
And he's made of magic, so it might not work the same way.
It might not work.
yeah.
I really think if anyone tries it, I hate to say it, but I feel like it should be one of us because we could communicate any differences. Whereas, like, if we give it to the dog and the dog feels like it never wants to leave now, the dog can't tell us that. You know,
Yeah.
Aslan can. I can telepathically.
that's true. But since he's made of magic, it might not affect him the same. You know,
I just feel like
I'm not saying we should try it. I'm
Okay.
saying I don't think we should try. We should feed it to an animal because I don't think we'd get as much information.
That's fair.
that's fair. We could awaken Francis the bug and then feed it to him.
That's true, he can speak.
Sure.
I
you
didn't
want.
take him with me. Look, he seems so happy in the castle.
Isn't that Francis the bug right there?
Oh, shit, Francis, you came with me!
Sure,
I
let's
knew
say
we
he
made
did.
a bond!
So we could turn him into a terrible addict for the last day of him being aware that he's alive.
I don't know
I mean-
what kind of beetle he is, so we haven't decided. I'm assuming he's a beetle. I don't know why.
Fair.
It's the
I
vast
I
majority of
was-
insects are beetles.
Yeah, it's true. So we'll assume that so maybe he has
Here.
slightly longer lifespan than 3 days. Most beetles do.
Yeah, that's true. Up to several months.
Ooh, best friends
Some
For
freaks.
several months. So, let's not have flavor. But let's go find out where it comes from.
forever. Francis, do you know where
I
it
have
comes
an
from?
idea for another good question.
He's been around the
Okay.
castle.
Do you?
Will
Let's
finding
be like,
the flavor
"Do-do-do-do-do."
help us fulfill the prophecy?
Great question.
He's a blue feigning death beetle.
Ooh! I'm gonna do those.
That is a great question.
I'm going
They're
to
pretty cool, actually.
commune one more time.
Okay.
Guy-
Or at least I'm going to attempt to.
Ooh, maybe ask if Francis knows what the flavors
12!
Hey.
Okay.
Should ask Mistra.
Mm. You did. You are currently asking.
So
me.
Mistra,
are. What is it?
will finding
What kind of beetle is it?
Blue feigning death beetle.
will finding the source of the flavor help
They are
us
cool.
fulfill the prophecy?
Maybe.
What'd you say?
Maybe.
That's fair.
That's what Francis looks like.
Okay.
Francis, let's
Okay.
go.
Does helping the king help us fulfill the prophecy?
Will helping the king help us fulfill the prophecy?
I hate to do it again, but maybe.
Will finding the source of the flavor help us help the king?
Maybe.
Ah! good
Sorry.
job.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's,
Is
Does
that's it.
Francis
That's 3
singing-
questions.
That's-
I know, but maybe you can try
Tomorrow.
again. Why not?
Because percentage? I think I can only do it.
25, 50, and I got 75.
Yeah, 75.
You got one more
yeah,
shot.
yeah,
You can do-
One more.
We've only done
So-
this once before, I feel like.
So, okay.
Maybe
So-
shoot for under 25.
So, do we need to preserve the barrier to fulfill the prophecy?
I think we should preserve the barrier anyway.
Yes, but maybe we need to take the barrier down to fulfill the prophecy. Maybe the barrier is actually a bad thing.
I was gonna say to fulfill the
I
prophecy.
think
Do we
just
fulfill the prophecy
putting down the
inside city
barrier
or outside?
is a exponentially worse decision than trying the flavor.
I know we.
So if we're taking risks,
Yeah. I'm not saying that's why we're asking about it.
We could ask.
You could also ask her if I have some flavor, will it cause me to not want to leave the city?
We
she
already
kind of
did
already
that.
answered that by saying that it's not making them.
It's not
It's not
magic.
magically
Yeah.
keeping them here.
Yes.
We could ask if,
That's what that would do.
in order to fulfill the prophecy, word it in a yes/no format. But do we have to be inside the city or is it outside the city?
Yeah. Are we tracking down that big guy?
If that was how we did it, then the answer to do we need to find the flavor probably would have been no.
Okay, that's fair.
Because
could
we can't
ask
find the
if
source of the flavor if we're
Francis
out.
knows where the flavor is, the source is.
What?
He lives in the castle.
You
You
could
could
just
just
Francis.
Francis. Yeah, you could do that.
I don't have to. I don't have to
Oh,
ask.
yeah.
I don't have to ask my God about that.
God, does my bug know where flavor is?
Maybe.
Misha says, cast speak with animals. You dummy.
That's a good point.
Fair. I can't speak with animals.
Do you have it prepared?
I think so. I think it's in my staff.
It might be. I'm just being facetious at this point.
Alright, do you get your last commune?
Oh, I don't know. 'Cause-
We're doing it.
Nope. 27.
Oh, man.
Can you just ask Mistra to fix the king?
Yeah, it's in my staff.
Okay, then you're fine.
Yeah, but if I do, I want to be in front of them.
That is kind of silly. Just give it a shot.
No, because what if we
What is it gonna not work the same?
what if it only works for a little bit?
Why would it only work for a little bit?
Because his strength is keeping the barrier up. Maybe if we restore his intelligence, maybe it's
ask
a finite
Mistra
thing.
to maintain the barrier without the king's power.
Okay, but then I couldn't awaken the king. I can only ask her to do one thing.
Yeah,
In
but
a
if
week.
the king doesn't need his power to maintain the barrier, maybe he'll do it himself.
So you cast speak with animals.
Yeah. Hey, Francis.
And he's like, hello.
No.
Question. You
I
hang
can
out in the
cast speak with
castle and
animals.
stuff, right?
Yep.
Do you know where the flavor comes from?
Nope. It comes out of the castle, and it's green.
Do you know where it comes out of?
I see it in the kitchen. They don't like me in the kitchen.
Have you seen it anywhere else in the castle?
In the food it's in all the food they bring to the king and other people eat because it's yummy. So I've heard.
Fair. Have you ever been underneath the castle?
No, I don't really dig that much.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Do you have any bug friends who do?
He says, not really. I like the library because it's quiet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nobody tries to smack me if I go into the
Yeah.
kitchen. I was trying to get some of the flavor, and they didn't let me.
Have you
because
had it before?
No, I was trying to get it, and then they tried to squish me because
Aw.
I'm not super fast, so and
Yeah.
I can't fly. So the library's
He
safe.
can only feign death.
Oh.
I relay all this information to you guys.
Oh, he wants to try flavor. No.
I know.
Okay.
Why not?
Do
He's a
you guys,
bug.
do you guys have any?
I think it's a
Wasn't
bad
that your idea 5 minutes ago to feed the bug flavor?
No, that was Clyde's idea 5 minutes
I
ago.
thought
No,
you
it
were
was
cool
you
with
were
it.
We're gonna feed it to Aslan.
We were gonna feed it to Aslan. He's.
Yeah, which is why it might not work.
I understand. Fine, if you want to feed the bug flavor, you can give him a little flavor.
He's your bug.
He is your friend.
All right. Can I have the vial?
Yep.
I put a little bit on a surface, and I let. Here you go, bud. You can try it.
Oh my god, this is the best day ever.
Can you tell me what it tastes like and how
Of
it
the
feels?
8 days I've had, this is top one.
So by the way, they live for 8 years.
Nice.
Oh my god, best friend forever!
So he will
For
crawl
the next 8
over
years.
and he will a little mandible in it. And imagine a beetle
Smiling.
doing Scooby-Doo Scooby Snack. Turn into a rocket, Like that's kind of what he does.
Oh wow.
And he's like super excited about it. He's like, this is amazing.
Do you feel weird?
I feel truly satisfied for the first time in my life. As a beetle, we don't have many
You
interests
know.
other than eating.
Tell him he can never have any more.
No.
Yeah, just tell him that. See
Well,
his reactions.
unfortunately, that's all you're ever gonna get. We're out.
Well, that sucks.
Yep.
It's better to have flavored and lost than to never have flavored at all.
I respect this kid.
Like he's sad, but like he's not like I do no
I
flavor.
just don't know.
But I mean, like, if you have more, I would eat it.
Yeah.
When he's like, oh man, I should have had you put it on something.
That would have been
Damn it.
better.
That was a mistake.
I get a good berry.
Okay, you put some on the good berry. And he's like, oh
Try
my
that.
god, this is amazing.
Good berries are fine. If he's saying it's amazing,
And he's like,
this stuff's
I'm
probably not good
oddly
at his
full.
job.
Completely satisfied.
Full and satisfied.
Hmm.
You want to be friends?
Yeah, you give me food.
Let's
And
go.
you're not trying to squish me.
No, I would
And you
never try
can talk
squish
to
you.
me.
Only for a couple minutes, but then I can do it again every now and then. It's not going to be a forever thing though.
I'm
How long
here.
does it last?
10 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty decent amount of time.
I got done in 10 minutes.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
All right, well, I'm going to hang out here then.
Cool.
All right.
If you feel like giving me more food, I won't say no. But I'm actually
I'll like
pretty
give him
full.
like regular food.
Yeah.
Not with flavor.
Okay. And he eats it. He's happy.
Happy with beetle dance.
Well, I think that's a good time to end
Hmm.
tonight. So we
Oh, are you suspicious of
we will be we'll be back we'll be back next week. We're not sure if we're doing an evil game or not. We're figuring that out. But we'll be back for more Nerd Immersion streaming fun times. So
Streaming fun time.
we'll see what happens as the party continues to investigate the flavor.